What's up, everybody? We here? Yeah, it says live. All right, let's play the song so I can do what I gotta do.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
You are now witnessing the Eddie Block and Joe Carnival Show.
Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show.
Why does it say
If you
schedule?
agree or disagree, let them know.
Scheduled shit.
Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 minds for the trolls. Let's roll.
Get away from my blueberries.
It's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll. Drunk and Eddie, Carol, keep him in check, along with John Wick and Steve Pence. Johnny Humor, he got the right diet. Mr.
So
Nice
I made
Guy,
some blueberries.
I might try it. Maddie, Courtney, and Evil Knievel. We all
that was
know
a
the
bad
Lord
one.
is coming back for his people. Come get some Jay, yeah, trade for Trump. We all love Willow Pie, Brit got the plug. What's up to Kim Cole? I got to say
I know
hello
Willow
to
Pie is
Julius
gonna have a
Blueberry,
visitor
Brothers
tomorrow.
Vivato. Emily Graham got the link on like pronto. Jim Bob's a silly guy, Deborah's head honcho. Gene Spratt and Gene Smith, don't confuse him. Boris might snap off, he's sick of this looting. Richard will pull up and give retribution. So Dawn, break of Dawn and the Susan. Solomon, following Patriot movements. Brianna, the truth.
Dang, I went
might bruise him.
down to zero. What happened? Did it shut off?
No, we don't play
now somebody's there
around.
again.
These minds just might lay you out. If you wild out, Carol will put you in timeout. You can come test the chat and find out if you're anti or BLM. You can ride out. Yo, it's the
What's going
Eddie
on
Block
here?
Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree,
live?
let them
Yeah,
know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals.
Gonna find out how weird I am tomorrow.
We got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's
There's
roll.
Mike Jones.
Whiskey Colorado, Nagasaki, Dara, Nicole. We all proud Americans, got rides a Harley. Ill MAGA sheepdog, I never sorry. Listen the future, Matt Rogers and AI. We all got bread to kill and we stay fly. Ryder and AAL are here. Yo, drunk uncle, slam another beer.
Speaking of that,
Teresa and
fricked up.
Josephine, all patriots, yeah, we know the team.
What?
ES brothers keeping their eyes peeled. Biden sucks, yeah, we seen the steal. Lisa D and AJ Alexander, my love and my mini me, you my man, bro. Penelope, DJ
What's
T
up,
and Sugar
Cajun?
and Brownie and Panda and Rooster. Bree and Al from Idaho. Down
gotta
to
do
North,
something.
ain't no
Oh.
rhinos. Everybody in the chat, no shady links. If I write
I
another
fucked up
verse,
last
Corey's
night.
paying me. Cajun Marine, Offlet, David Aguilar. Yeah, we some mega stars. Eden, Daisy, and Kelly. Titty 1, Titty 2, it's time to rally. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 mods for the trolls. Let's roll. Yo,
Interesting.
it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk
What's
uncle on
up,
the
Eric?
side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block
Polly
Show.
Wally?
If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie
Hey,
Block and drunk uncle are
Snookies.
great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls.
Oh, you were?
Let's
Sorry.
roll.
Because of music, I can't hear shit. It's really loud. Is it loud for you guys? I don't know. It's loud for me. See, where am I? There we go. Yeah, that's where I want to be.
You a fool for this one, man. Mr. Nice Guy.
It's a wonderful MAGA Tuesday. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm a top boy.
Oh, I was late. I'm late. Today is late.
We here. Keep on watching. Keep on listening. Don't pay attention.
I was eating.
Woo! 2021. We're in the house. Trump's coming back, baby. Conservative.
Ooh, sour. Sorry, guys, I'm late. I was eating half good, half bad. Does that make sense? I was eating fish, but I was eating fish sticks. But I cooked it in my air fryer. So isn't that kind of better? I know it's breaded, but it's still fish. That's the only kind of fish I can eat, and I'm eating blueberries. Why do I keep getting the really sour ones? Ooh. I messed up yesterday. I screwed myself. I was bragging to all of you guys how there's a liquor store here in town that has the salted caramel Crown Royal. They stopped making it 2 years ago. And I've been buying it slowly from this place. And drunk uncle said, Eddie, just go buy like every single one they have. And I didn't. Because I'm cheap that way. Oh, thank you, Snookies. So I went there today. Like, I'm going to get me some Crown Royal salted caramel. And they're fucking sold out. So I'm stuck with, well, not stuck. I mean, I like it. The plain old regular Crown Royal apple. I was all happy. I'm gonna get some salted caramel today. But nope. If anybody knows anybody in Canada that works at Crown Royal, can you please ask them to start making salted caramel again? Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. So I can't close my hands all the way. So, like, I found out I have a new disease today. What's up, Digga? Hey, Digga's actually going on a plane ride tomorrow. Shall we sing that song? Leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. And what's funny? You know how Digga's always talking about how nice and hot it is there in Florida? Well, Willow just texted me a picture of what it looks like at her house right now. And it's snow everywhere. So Digga's going to be freezing her ass off tomorrow when she arrives on the West Coast. There we go. Dude, I get to find out how crazy I am tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to I got to get up at 6. I got to leave my house by 6:30 in the fucking morning. It's going to be like 20 degrees outside. It sucks. I got to go have an MRI on the good old noggin. Gonna see how crazy I am. Yeah, you guys want to see? Hold on, let me see. Let me show you the picture Willow texted me. And then Johnny Yuma sent me something. Can't really see it. There you go. You can angles. Well, anyways, it's all white. There you go. Now you can see it. That's where Dig is going tomorrow. She's gonna be cold. What the fuck is Donnie barking at now? Jeez Louise. Anyways, I'm gonna warm myself up. The doctor said to take this in moderation because it's making me fat. So we'll have to do that. But no, the doctor says they did an x-ray on my knee. Let's see what this stuff is called again. It is called, so I have severe arthritis of the knee, and it's tri, so it means all 3 places I have arthritis. There's nothing up there. Oh, thank you, Diggle. Why do I have to pay for it? My gosh, what I got health insurance for? They said I have calcium pyrophosphate crystal deposition disease. That generates, they say it's like gout, except it's not gout. It says cartilage calcification and constitute the spectrum of calcium. Anyways, I gotta go see a freaking orthopedic surgeon again now. It's all good. Hey, Johnny, how good are these? Aren't blueberries supposed to be very healthy for you? Like antioxidants and stuff like that? I was talking with my doctor today. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good. I've been eating a lot of grapes instead of other snacks. And he's like, yeah, but there's still a lot of sugar in there. Sugar. But Johnny told me sugar's okay with that. I don't know. I forget, is Where Willow lives is weed legal. Well, Oregon's real close by, so you guys can go to Oregon and get weed. I don't know. Blueberries are good for you, and beets also. I'll show you some beets. You slice up strawberries and put blueberries in with them. Ooh, that sounds good. So, you know, I always mess with Thai. You know, I tried Greek yogurt a long time ago. They said, oh, Greek yogurt is healthy for you. So I tried some and I didn't like it. Whenever I'm with Thai, we always get the same hotel, kind of, same brand. And almost every time they have breakfast there. And Thai always, you know, brings up a whole bunch of stuff. And last time you brought up yogurt. And, like, I was super high. And I was like, you know what? F this. I'm going to get some yogurt because I was hungry. And it was the Chobani stuff with the blueberries in it. Oh, my gosh, that was good. Digglewarp, your 420 card doesn't count everywhere in the whole United States. It doesn't. It doesn't. I don't think it does. What the fuck is Brownie doing? Look at her. Brownie. She's getting ready to pounce on something. Dun, 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 dun. Look at her ears. Dun, 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 dun. And here she comes. All right, come on. You want to say hi to everybody? Come on. There she is. You know what my sister said? My sister was here, and she's now a groomer. She's like, your dog needs to be groomed. And I was like, she doesn't like to be groomed. She bites everybody. She did. I took her to our groomer, and the groomer's like, you know, Eddie, your pit bull, I have no trouble with your pit bull. But the minute you bring this little fucking dog in, she bites me every gosh darn time. And so she won't cut Brownie's hair at all. Actually, she won't cut none of my dog's hair anymore. I think it's because of January 6th shit. But anyways, so my sister's all bitching about Brownie, saying she needs to be cut. I'm like, she doesn't need to be cut. He wants a blueberry, right? I gave him a blueberry knowing he wouldn't like it. And now he's just sitting here looking at, oh, never mind. I see what he's looking at. He's looking at these from BarkBox. Is that what you want? There's not that much news today, guys, so I'm just kind of BSing until Drunk Uncle gets here. Here, Brownie. Take it. Little Panda took it instead. You get the little one then, Brownie. Because I have an MRI really early in the morning, and I don't like getting up early. So, and I haven't been sleeping lately, so I'm going to take some, what is it called? Tramadol or whatever that shit is. I don't know. You know, they give the same thing to Donnie, so he won't get all freaky crazy. He still gets crazy. Oh, I got something new for him, and I don't think he's going to like it. Where'd that package go? So there's this thing called a Barks box, and it doesn't electrocute the dog or nothing. It just makes a sound that dogs don't like. So that way when he starts acting up, it'll hurt his ears, so maybe he'll stop doing it. I'm not kidding. He won't leave my side. You had Tramadol for your surgery? Hey, Eva, I emailed you. Did you get my email? You never emailed me back. You're just looking at me. Speaking of this guy, I had to go to the doctor today, and I didn't want to take him because I was in a rush. And so, oh, excuse me. Can I help you? Are you going to run the show again today? I guess it's the Donnie show today, guys. He's taking over the show. Oh my gosh. What is this, dude? You did this last night too. What? Oh, now you're going to make licking sounds in the microphone? Well, say hi to everybody. Tell them it's your fucking show now. Say it's the fucking Donald J. Trump show. What the fuck you want? Look at this dude. Huh? Show everybody your beautiful collar. With your name on it. I gotta spin it around it. See, it says Donald J. Trump and it's got an American flag on there. Huh. Everybody knows who you are. What are you doing? He wants me to give him another treat. That's what it is. What is puppetry? He's not a puppet. Are you a puppet? I'm your puppet. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, he wants to tell you something. You got the microphone right. What would you say if he talked right now? I don't think I want him to talk. Tell all my secret, intimate shit. Daddy brings home ugly chicks. What? No, Brownie's trying to talk into you. Oh, on the puppet? Am I sitting on his lap? You done? I don't know. I know exactly what he wants. He wants this treat right here. I don't even know. Where'd I put the bag? I put the bag away so you wouldn't see it. Didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. It's right there. Dogs are interesting, right? Who doesn't love their dog? I love all my dogs. I have great dogs. Even Panda back there. She's so quiet. Panda bear. Panda bear. He wants to talk about the treats? Yeah. Well, you know what? Oh, I know why he's up here. Because last week, somebody went... There's a link here where you can go on Amazon and buy a treat, and it sends it to us for Donnie and the dogs and Panda. And somebody bought him treats. So he's up here like, all right, who's going to be the next person to send me some treats? I know y'all want to send me some treats. You got 3 dogs too, Ultimate? Nice. Digga has a whole bunch. Willow has a whole bunch. She's not got a paw print on my desk. Anyways. So yeah, I'm getting an MRI in the morning. What else happened at the doctor today? I got some weird, crazy new disease, they said. They only know how to fix it right now with steroid injections. But they might have to replace my knee one day. My hands are so cold now, you need a de-thaw. So the nursing home where you're at is not hot? Is at least your nursing home better than where you were before? That's the question, Eva. Yes, Brownie. I can see, I don't like it when you do that. She scratches. Like, especially summertime, she starts doing this stuff and she scratches you. You gotta stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Spoiled brat. Anyway, so that's what I gotta do. He wanted to speak, but hell with this shit. That's probably what he said, right? He's like, these motherfuckers aren't gonna listen to me. They don't even listen to Dad. What? You already came up here once. No. You guys like my new flannel I got at Costco? Excuse me, Pendleton. Back in the day, see, this is too thick, but back in the day, you get the thin Pendletons. Well, I got another one around here. You know, when I lived in Southern California, you fucking wear the Pendleton. You only button like one button up here, you know, and you had your white wife beater shirt on there, and you walked around like this all the time. Back in the day. He wanted to speak, but hell with this shit. Anyways, I guess we can do some news. There's not that much today. There's a whole bunch of shit about Elon Musk, and you know, it's like, yeah, whatever. Well, I know what we can talk about before Drunk Uncle gets here. So, guys, leftists do this all the time, and I see people on the right doing it all the time, too. I see everybody doing it. We got to stop doing this shit. You're not going to agree with everybody 100% of the fucking time. Right? You don't have to agree with me 100% of the time. I don't have to say shit that you agree with 100% of the time. Do you know how boring that would be? That would be like eating dinner every single night. The same food. Macaroni and cheese every night. Right? You don't want to do that shit. It's good to have different opinions. That's what makes us different. Think about this. If everybody thought the same way as you, or one way, and all of a sudden you don't think that way anymore, you wouldn't like anybody. Right? That's like me going and saying, everybody knows me and Oreo Express have issues. That's like me going to one of my friends and saying, hey, you know what, you're still talking to Oreo? Well, fuck you, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Don't do that, folks. I don't do it. I don't do it at all, you know? That's like, you know, well, I drive a Chevy, so I can't talk to you because you drive a Ford. It's fucking stupid. Come on, people. And I'm not saying anybody in here. I've been seeing that a lot lately. A lot, you know? People go to me, well, Eddie, how come you still talk to that person? They're friends with Josh. And I'm like, so what? I don't give a fuck. They could be friends with Josh all they want. Doesn't mean they're not friends with me. You know? Except for one person that told me I had to take my comment down about Josh or else they're going to delete the post. Now that I didn't like. Because to me, that's taking my free speech away. Let's see, who in the hell wants to talk? People, you know, he's got a lot of fans, Snooks. He does. You know, people don't know what the fuck they're doing. I see a light down below. Is that Drunk Uncle coming in? It is. Here he comes. Does your shirt say heartthrob? Oh, no. I was going to say, you ain't no fucking heartthrob. It says death. I don't know what it is. Meth? Death? I just see ETH. Oh, now I turned off his mic again. Oh, motherfuckers. Now my RX is ready. Don't you hate that? Your doctor's like, oh, I just sent your prescription over. It'll be ready. And normally is. And I get there and I had 2 prescriptions. One that I had plenty of. And then one was my pain meds. And I went there specifically for the pain meds. And they're like, oh, well, you can wait half an hour. I don't want to wait half an hour. Give it to me now. Can you hear me? Are you there? I can't hear you. Okay, let me close mine down again. Let me open it back up. We keep is everybody else having Discord issues or is it just me? This might just be me. And I don't know about you guys, but every time I close down Discord, I'll get like 50 million messages saying, "Oh, you missed this message," and then it tells me, "Hey, Eddie Block is live right now." It's like I've been live for what, 20 minutes now? Starting. Hey, I got a question for Paul for the Briegel brothers. There's Paul Briegel is here, and so is his brother Eric. Are you guys in different rooms? Are you guys in the same room? Can you guys, new week, new font? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
What's up, Grifton Ain't Easy? All right, let's put Drunk Uncle up on the screen now that he is here. There we go. Now I'm gone. Gosh darn it. There we are. Hey. Ho. Hey. Hip Hop Hooray! Remember that song? Ho, hey, ho. You don't like Naughty by Nature?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Anyway, so how was work? Did you sell a lot of vape?
It was a slow day.
Oh, it's the end of the month. That's why. On the 1st, bro. Like on January 1st, do your stores get like fucking hounded with all the people getting paid on the 1st?
Yeah, well, yeah, and I guess a lot of our customers get paid weekly too, because Mondays and Tuesdays are pretty busy, really? But not Saturday.
When I got paid weekly, I got paid on Fridays, except when I was in the union.
Yeah, so maybe that's not why they come in. I don't know why I'm busy on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Maybe a lot of people say, I'm going to go on Monday when there's less people.
Huh?
People probably say, oh, I'm going to go on Monday. There's less people. But then everybody thinks, hey, I should go on Monday because there's less people. And then there's more people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even with a lot of traffic, you can get in and out of my shop pretty quick. I mean, it's not
Can you?
that to where, you have to stand around and wait.
All right, I got a question. Have you guys yet started an online thing to where they can pre-order and just show up?
What?
Have you done pre-orders yet? Like people can do an order online, it comes in?
There must be some sort of legalities about that in this state. Because whenever I had my layover in LA, I was to get beer DoorDash in my here room. You don't have that option.
Well, I'm not saying DoorDash. I'm not saying, well, they have delivery in Oakland, right? But like in San Jose, the place I go to, you can pre-order your shit and there's a line for it and you just go right to the pre-order window and you're like, yeah, I'm here to pick up for Eddie Block. And they're like, here's your stuff. Have a good day.
Oh, yeah.
Think about if you had that.
Yeah. The only thing is our inventory is always changing, and sometimes we don't keep a whole lot of inventory of certain things. So let's say that you just happen to want this particular mod that I only had one in store.
Yeah.
And then you got online and this mod is in my case. It's in the physical case. And you get on there and you make the order this side or the other, and then like 1 minute later somebody comes in and is like, hey, I want that.
I gotcha. It's hard. I guess you'd probably have to have the computer system set up to where it automatically knows how much shit you had. And then maybe what I would do then to prevent that is, if I had 2 in stock on the website, I say I only had 1 in stock to prevent stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've thought about it. I've tried to think about it. And I would most likely want to have a totally separate inventory for pre-orders and if we done deliveries or something, if we could do deliveries. Like I'd have a totally separate inventory. And now if I wanted to pull from online inventory to put in the brick and mortar, I could do that, or vice versa, but be totally split.
Yeah. I know.
That way you don't run those situations.
I gotcha. You know, that's funny. Should we start a bail fund for Willow and Digglework? Because they're hanging out starting tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Digglework's coming to the West Coast tomorrow. What kind of trouble can they get into? Let's see. I know for sure they'll probably go to a what do you call it? A casino. They got to be going to a casino at least once. I think I heard that they were going to go down to downtown Portland. Portland, watch out. You're going to have 2 psycho women coming down there. You think Antifa women are crazy? You ain't met Digglework.
Yeah, Digger's going to go looking for Dustin.
You know, hey, Digglework's crippled too.
Yeah.
I've been told he works at Target. I've been told Dustin works. I won't say which Target, but I've been told he works at Target.
What's he do?
I heard he's a cashier.
Yeah.
You know, they got to give stupid people fun. Willow says no casino to us, but the minute Digga shows up, she's gonna be like, "Let's go to the casino." Gosh darn it! Who is that now? My Best Buy Visa card. Have your fraud alert sent. I don't need fraud alerts. Ooh, Chippendales. You're coming to my house? I've never been to a Chippendales. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't think you would.
Well,
unless there's something telling us, and that's fine.
Well, like I told this many times. This one dude one time said, "Hey, we got to go to this bar," and I get there early, and there's guys dancing on the table, and he's like, "No, Eddie, don't worry. When they leave, the girls are still here, and they're still horny. Then they have to just settle for us."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, that's a fucking great idea." You know. Or when I went to Jacksonville, Florida, I go and I met one of my cousins for the first time, and he's like, "Hey, let's go out to the bar." And I'm like, "All right," you know. And we took my wife, and all of a sudden I started looking around. And I'm like, "Dude, are we like in the wrong bar?" And he's like, "No, it's the gay bar." And I was like, "Well, you could have told me you were gay before we came." He's like, "Dude, I'm not gay." I was like, "Then what are we doing in a gay bar?" He's like, "Just watch." All of a sudden, he starts acting gay as hell when this beautiful girl walks in. And he's like, he goes up to this girl, he's like, "Oh my God, girl, you so hot. Look at them. Those can't be real. You so hot, you could turn me straight." Right? He's played it totally perfect. Because girls that are straight will go to gay bars so they can feel safe. So he takes advantage of that. He goes out there and freaking pretends to be gay. And says, "Girl, you so hot, you can make me straight." And they fall for it. And yeah, he took a girl home that night. I was like, "Where were you when I was younger? We would have had fun together." Oh, only Mr. Bill is in here. Hey, only Mr. Willow and Digga, you could go hang out with only Mr. Bill.
Speaking of Mr. Bill showing up, did he find out, or has he found out anything about the villain thing?
When he texted me last night, he said he was looking into it yet. So I don't know. I haven't talked to Mr. Bill since last night. So it's possible. Yeah. Johnny Yuma just sent me a text. Let me see if it was a video on YouTube, and it was I want the real Tim Pool, my brother. Is this really Tim Pool's sister? Hold on, let me put it up on the screen. Is this really Tim Pool's sister?
Dishes. I don't like doing dishes.
I've seen it.
Hold on.
Of course, I'll be able to tell you.
Oh, it's like 25 minutes.
Tell you guys what happened while I do the dishes. So, I know I put a video up on my TikTok. Kind of.
Oh, her name's Lisa Pool. I guess this is his sister. Is that Tim Pool's sister?
Yeah, he's had her on before.
Really? Okay. It's like 25 minutes long. I can't play it, Johnny. But, I only will know what happened. So, did you watch it? You said you were going to tell us what happened if you watched it.
Well, you didn't have to watch very long or very much of it to see what ended up happening.
Okay, what happened? Well, shit. Let's see if can we watch it on YouTube? Is it on YouTube? Is it called Timcast?
Timcast IRL.
He's lying.
At about 2010, Kanye just, he doesn't really get mad or per se, but he just gets up and walks off because Tim starts to push a little bit on, you know, the controversy.
Well, I guess he's not gonna. I guess Tim Pool won't get mad at us. I mean, we're
not gonna take anyway. It's more Malcolm.
We're using this in the sense of I'm gonna find out where he walks off.
Yeah, but I did not know
must have
that
been, like, right
he
away.
brought on Fuentes and Milo with him. I didn't know that till after I called you.
Let's see. I'm not seeing him anywhere after this one spot, so maybe it's right away.
Cost this happened, and you can't say anything about it. We can't take their pain away. No one's gonna denounce the fact that they try to lock me up. That's what it. Because every time I'm just holding stride, and it's like.
Is it right about here when
I thought I was
off?
more Malcolm X, but I find out I'm more MLK because as I'm getting hosed down every day by the press and financially, I'm just standing there. And when I found out that they tried to put me in jail, it was like a dog was biting my arm.
So I heard about this part on Crowder. So they were talking about this on Crowder, like about him comparing himself to MLK and Malcolm X.
And I almost shed a tear, almost, but I still walked in stride through it. Yeah.
I think they've been extremely unfair to you. I think.
Who was they though? We can't say who they is, can we?
Press. I'm not
What's that, drunk?
You're at it.
I'm mad right now, okay?
using the. I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking.
It is
about
them though, isn't it? I mean, because
No.
because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018.
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about? Are you leaving?
Are you referring to the press?
He's gone. I'll say it right now.
So I don't understand what. Nobody was even talking to him when he decided to walk out. What did he get pissed off over? I did Time to Kill, but it's like 30 minutes long. I can't play the whole darn thing. I just showed it a second ago.
Some people think that it may have been planned. I do not.
Are you there? Uh-oh. What the hell happened? Drunk Uncle's like, some people say it's planned, and then just start talking. He walks away in the middle of the conversation. How rude!
How rude! Yeah, some people think that it may have been planned, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you don't know, I
So
definitely don't.
They were able to, in 30 minutes, they were able to catch a private flight to wherever they wanted to go. So that's why people were thinking that it may have been planned because they were supposed to be there for like another
Oh, no problem, Johnny.
few hours. They do a 2-hour show and then they do at least an hour or so like members only.
Yeah, but if you rent a private jet, right? You just say, hey, the pilot's waiting at the airport. So all you had to do is say, hey, we're coming back, and the pilot's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be the situation though, from the latest info that I got.
So Mike Jones says he was mad about it.
Happened to have a hot crew that was ready for a flight that nobody had scheduled yet. I don't know. It's just all kind of up in the air right now.
Okay. Mike Jones says he was mad about another interviewer and transferred it. He's mad because they left trying to hurt him. You know, I don't know. See, I never watched Tim Pool. It's not because of anything. You know, I'm just weird like that. First off, number one, I don't have time to watch a whole bunch of other streamers. I mean, it's already hard for me to get in Steven Crowder a day. And I mean, you know, so that's hard enough as it is. So it's not that I don't like Tim Pool. I've never watched him. And like, I'm real quick to judge. Like, Drunk Uncles and also Andy's like, no, Eddie, you know, you got to watch a little bit more Trailer Park Boys. So the other night I was like, all right, let me watch a little bit more. I watched like 3 minutes of it. Something about the dude stole the other dude's cat. And he had it in the back of his car to protect his weed. And I'm watching this and I'm just like, okay, I got to go. And I fucking changed it right away again. I'm just the way I am.
Yeah.
So
that was in the earlier seasons. I really don't even enjoy watching a lot of the earlier seasons of Trailer Park Boys. I at least start off, if I'm gonna introduce somebody to Trailer Park Boys, I'm probably gonna start off in like season 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
When they maybe even 7 or 8, when their production gets a little bit better and stuff like that.
I see. I got you. And I wasn't meaning to pull off on a trailer. I'm just saying, you know, Drunk Uncle thinks he's always said, well, you don't like Tim Pool. It's not that I don't like him. I just never watch him. I haven't. Nothing's excited me about it yet.
You did say you didn't like him because I can't remember what he said. He said at one point, in like your first experience with him, he said something about defunding the police, and you were like, "Oh, yep, I'm done with him."
Oh,
but he was basically saying to defund and abolish police in these places that they want it abolished, so they can see what it's like when the police aren't there.
I gotcha. You know, and I'm always I can always change my mind. Like the first time I saw Austin Powers, I'm like, this is fucking stupid, and I stopped watching it. Now I've watched every single one over and over again. I did the same thing with The Office. I watched the very first episode, and I was like, okay. Then when COVID-19 hit and I wasn't going anywhere for a little bit, I started watching it. Or no, it was when I got divorced. And you know when you're divorced and you're going through a divorce, you're sitting at home and you're just watching fucking whatever TV, and I was like, let's watch Office. Now it's like I fucking seen it like 4 or 5 times every single episode. So. Yeah, for, Sneaky Pete's talking about the trainer. I only know what they talked about the trainer today on Crowder. So I don't know.
Yeah, I did not know that about that guy, that he's got so many basically bodies under his belt. He doesn't have a very good record with helping people.
He's like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Hillary. Even says the way the media comes at him, I'd want to be more recluse. And on top of that, he is a sensitive soul. I mean, I'm like that, right? I posted that video of Donnie, right? You know, at the dancing at the Las Vegas, right? And people were like, "Oh, there's something wrong with your dog. He doesn't like the way you're walking him through there." And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up. No, he's fine." And then another person's like, "Well, your dog isn't happy because his service vest is too tight." And people are just like talking shit. It seems like to me they're talking shit, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm never gonna put another fucking dog video up again. I get that way. If you haven't noticed, Drunk Uncle probably sees it more than you guys do because we talk off screen. I don't know. So I get it. I get why Yee's like, is it Yee? Kanye? Yay. I get why he does it. I get why, when you're in the fucking public like this, I mean, it's crazy. And I'm not even in the public. We have a small little tiny show. But still, people, wherever I go, there's always somebody that knows me. Like,
I kind of, he's being used right now.
Is he?
Yeah, because I mean, when you think about it, so I didn't know anything about Nick Fuentes. I've heard the name several times, have no idea who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying that he's a white supremacist, and I was like, yeah, they're probably just blowing that. They say that about a lot of people. They say that about the Proud Boys. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And then I actually seen a clip where he was mad. It may have been on Crowder, I have no idea, where he was mad that Donald Trump denounced white supremacist. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then I'm thinking, like, why would a black man like Kanye voluntarily hang out with someone who seems to be a white supremacist? I don't get it.
Well, you know what? There's different reasons, right? There could be reasons, and so I grew up in Southern California. All the guys I hung out with, I was basically part of a Mexican gang. And freaking, I remember one day we were out, and there was this new guy that just got out of jail showed up. And he's hanging out with us and stuff like that. And then I was like, dude, what the fuck is that on your leg, bro? And he's like, what? I'm like, why does it say white power on your fucking leg? And all the Mexican guys are like, Eddie, he's cool, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, why is this fucking dude got white power on his shit, you know? And they're like, don't worry, Eddie, he's cool. So it was like weird to me, you know, a guy has white power tattooed on his fucking legs, but he's hanging out with a Mexican gang. You know, I'm like 14, I didn't know any better. So I mean,
did he have like
seen it happen?
A change of heart?
Huh?
Do you have like a change of heart or something?
I don't remember, dude. I'm old. It was a long time ago. I honestly don't remember. Let me look what's going on with Arizona. I didn't look today. The Cochise County finally, they're delaying it. That was 22 hours ago. There's still no news yet from Cochise. There's no news yet from Cochise. It's gonna take a while. They got lawsuits and shit. I think they got to go through down there.
Isn't Katie Hobbs lady like suing the state?
No, Carrie Lake is suing the state, isn't she?
I heard the other girl's suing them because the state is not wanting to
certify.
They
can't if one until every single county until every single county is in and certified, they can. Yeah, she's suing after Republican officials. She's suing because she's saying that it's the Republican officials. But that's not what's going on, folks. You cannot certify an election unless every single it starts in the lower ones. They have to certify it. Then they send it to the bigger one, and then they have to certify. So like the cities have to certify it first, and send it to the. Well, no, the cities don't do it. But you know what I mean? They start in the counties. The county certify it. Then it goes to the state, and then the state can certify it. But if the county doesn't certify it, then the state can't certify it. It's like Robert's Rules of fucking Order type stuff, you know? It's just the way of the law. And she's the fucking Secretary of State, so she should know this. It just shows you how stupid these politicians are. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. What's wrong with white nationalists? Mike Jones, oh my gosh. Carrie Lake is taking it to Maricopa County. Yeah, let your yeses be yes and your no's no. Back your shit. Don't be codependent. Oh, Nick is not white, but claims white nationalist. He also likes Transformers, if you get my drift. I gotcha. You know what? Let's see. I'll be honest with you. You know what? I could care less what fucking people are. You know? You're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. I'm not that cynical as a lot of people. But I mean, like, if you're around me and you're saying some crazy ass shit, yeah, I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong. You know, I'm going to call a spade a spade. But, like, are white supremacists wrong? Yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing that shit. But is it against the law? No. Right? They have every right to be a fucking white supremacist. Do I support them? No. Do I support their right to be a white supremacist? Yeah. Right? Just like, because then what are you going to say next? I don't support your right that you won't date, a girl, or you won't date a guy, or I'm not going to support your right that you won't date somebody in a wheelchair. You're a fucking ableist, right? Who cares? And what's wrong with being a nationalist? Everybody should be a nationalist, right?
I don't see anything wrong with being a nationalist, but when you start to prioritize race, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah. Hemi and Mike are always cool. You know, that's what I like about our group. You know, we can have disagreements, and that's the whole best. Like I was telling before, Drunk Uncle came in the fucking show. Not everybody needs to think the same.
Mike was being sarcastic though with the white nationalist thing.
Oh, I gotcha. I didn't even know who Nick Fuentes was till I saw him in the video this morning on Crowder. I didn't know who the dude was.
I really wish that they would have hung out and done the show, because for a long time the only reason I know what the name Nick Fuentes is because people will be in the comments section with Tim Pool all the time saying debate Nick Fuentes. And so I assumed, like when I first heard it, that he was like somebody like a Vosh or a Young Turks, and somebody that he would want to debate this from the left. I had no idea until like all this stuff happened. So
then did Nick Fuentes leave as soon as Jay left too?
Yeah, they bounced together pretty much.
I gotcha. And they're calling Nick Fuentes a white supremacist, but yet he's chilling with Kanye West.
Well, Nick Fuentes says he's a white supremacist.
Oh, he says he's a white supremacist. And he's hanging.
Yeah.
He's not a very good white supremacist if he's hanging out with Kanye West.
It's very confusing. Definitely very confusing.
Is Kanye blind? Drunk Uncle should get that joke. Did you get
Kanye
it?
blind?
Yeah, it's Kanye blind. Come on. Really?
Is it maybe such an obvious joke that I'm not?
It's so obvious. You make jokes about it. It's a comedy skit that you make jokes about all the fucking time. When he found out he was black, he divorced his wife because she married an N-word.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Fucking Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle show, bro. What's up, Mandy J? You do see colors, but I identify you as I don't give a fuck what you are, right? Time to Kill that's exactly what it is, you know? I mean, guys, remember a month, September 19th was my dad's birthday. Every September 19th, I take flowers. I drive and put flowers on his gravesite. And I drop some Crown Royal on there for him with them, right? Have a drink with them. And I have a friend who is Muslim, right? But he's a cool dude, so I'm friends with him. And his dad is buried a couple spots up. So last September, I texted his wife. Very, very hardcore fucking liberal chick. And I was like, hey, you know, I put some flowers on your father-in-law's gravesite. And she wrote back, she's like, I can't believe a racist fucking Proud Boy like you would do something like that. I'm like, how the fuck are you calling me racist? I'm friends with your husband, and I'm putting flowers on a black Muslim guy's fucking gravesite. But that's how deranged liberals are. They think just because you're something, you're fucking racist. Because I was a Proud Boy, I'm a racist. And she even said, Eddie, you've been to my house so many times. I can't believe you're a fucking racist. I'm like, if I was a racist, would I have gone to your house so many times? Would I have bought dinner for you and your husband bought dinner for me? That's how crazy fucking liberals are, guys. That's how they get them to vote for people like Fetterman. Because they don't think. What the hell is it with liberals? I mean, I don't know.
But on the topic of Nick Fuentes, I heard this, of course, you know, on Tim Pool before I was, you know, got off work. And I want to know if any of you guys can hopefully clarify, because if not, I'm not going to be a big fan of Trump. But for some reason, Tim is saying that Trump is refusing to denounce Nick Fuentes because he doesn't want to alienate his voters. And I really hope that's not true.
Why would that piss you off?
That he wouldn't denounce
we just had to
a
talk
white
about. Yeah, we just had to talk about this right now. Fucking him. This Nick Fuentes has every fucking right to be a white supremacist, drunk uncle. He has every right to be one.
I understand. It's not Trump saying that he doesn't have the right to say that, but he should say, I don't fucking like that guy. You know, I don't like people like that guy. You know what I mean?
Why?
And like I said, I just heard broad strokes that he doesn't want to denounce Nick Fuentes, and that's about all I know.
Okay,
so I guess I need to wait for a little bit more information to come out.
That's like me saying, okay, drunk uncle, you're friends with Oreo Express. I don't like that guy. I don't like you anymore. That's kind of the same thing what you're saying right there. Isn't it? I
mean, in a way, yes, but I think it's I don't know. I'm sure there's a good way for me to explain it, but it's not really coming to mind.
And
well, what if Donald Trump said that he didn't want to denounce Antifa? Maybe does that help put it in a different scenario?
Not really.
No.
He has to think like a politician right now.
Mm.
Think about that. Think about that for a minute, right? You got to think about that for a minute.
Yeah, as a politician, you need to play the numbers game. Do you think there's more white supremacists than people that do not like white supremacists?
Hold on. Okay, let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask you something. If Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist or not, is he still a citizen of the United States?
Yeah, nobody's arguing that he doesn't have the
I'm trying to take steps here. Just quick yes or no answers. Is he still a citizen of the United States? Yes, right?
I haven't, but I'll say just yes. I don't know.
I'm guessing he's a citizen. I'm guessing he's a citizen, right? Now, when you're president of the United States, right, and you're a Republican, are you only supposed to take care of Republicans, or are you supposed to look out for the whole United States?
The whole United States.
Okay, so if Nick Fuentes is an American citizen and he's a white supremacist, he's still a citizen of the United States, and so Donald Trump still has to look out for his rights. Whether he likes him or not, his job, if he's a good president, should be to go fucking down the middle and do what he thinks right, which is going to be leaning right, but he still has to think for all of America and not just Republicans. What do we criticize Biden for all the time? Oh, he's not thinking about Republicans. You know? You got to think of it that way.
Wrong, but to
I could be wrong. Ask
one person, you're maybe turning off several. And, you know, when you need votes to win, of course you don't want to play the game to where you just say whatever you need to say, like pandering. You know how, like, Hillary done? Like, I'm going to carry hot sauce in my bag.
See, I don't think Trump is doing that. I think Trump is just staying quiet about it, right? Just, it's, how can I explain this? I'm trying to think the right way in my head.
Yeah.
You don't have to denounce somebody to not like them, right?
Yeah.
Me and my brother don't get along at all, right? But I know he has good food at his restaurant. So you say, hey, I'm going to Lompoc, where should I go? And I'm going to tell you to go to my brother's restaurant. Just because I don't like my brother doesn't mean I'm not going to send you to his restaurant.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe somebody went to Trump and just said, hey, man, why don't you come out and denounce that Nick Fuentes guy? And he just said, I don't have time for that shit right now. I got enough to deal with. Maybe that's all it is. I don't know. I do want to wait for things to come out because I don't like to be the person that jumps on something, even though it probably seems exactly what I'm doing right now.
Think about, here's another situation too. Think about what happened at the debates. Trump, will you denounce the Proud Boys as white supremacists? And he said, Proud Boys, stand back and stand down, right? That and the whole world turned that on him. You know, no matter what Trump says about Nick Fuentes, they're going to turn it on him, right? It's like fucking.
Yeah.
So I think maybe he might even be thinking that. He's like, why should sometimes they say the best said words are not said at all. Is that how it goes? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Isn't that the way you say it?
And then on the other hand, I think this is probably what somebody was referring to when they said several times. I'll just call it the thing where they said several times, but he's on record denouncing like racist and hate groups for the past 20 years, like on camera.
Right.
And after so many years of having to constantly just say, like, however many times he had to say, I denounce David Duke, I don't like David Duke, I don't want his support, people still bring up David Duke. So there would be definitely a point to where, like why do I have to keep saying this shit?
Right. It's like me. Why don't people would come up to me and my Mexican wife and say, Eddie, you're a fucking racist. You don't like Mexicans. It's like, you see my wife standing next to me? After a while, you're just like, whatever. Whatever, bro. You can think what you want, right? I even, after I got divorced, I seen some place where, I don't know where it was, but even then my wife was like, fucking Eddie, or she said somewhere like, dude, my ex-husband is not racist. I may not like him anymore, but I can tell you that my ex-husband is not racist.
Right.
And I didn't even know who Nick Fuentes was until the last day or two. Who fucking cares about this dude? Big fucking deal. So what? Yeah. Sure, Hemi. Hemi's going to send us probably a link to something about Nick Fuentes. Can I play? Well, Hemi knows what I can play and what I can't. He takes very good care of me. Were the vehicles Teslas? Oh, my gosh. Who cares about Nick Fuentes? Like Crowder said today, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't care who's going to be president in the next cup election. I want to know what's going on now. Which is true.
Yeah.
Here's what I find funny. So let's get to our first news story. It says Biden's Secret Service rental vehicles burst into flames after he left Nantucket vacation. How the fuck does that happen? Like, so when me and Ben Berklom went to a Trump rally in like 2018 in Las Vegas, we stayed at Trump Tower, right? There was so many fucking Social Security Secret Service people there. There was like 10 fucking drug sniffing, bomb sniffing dogs. We had to go through security fucking checkpoints. We had to go through the machines, everything. They when the way that Trump drives down the road, they had to block it for half an hour so they could check shit out before Trump even came through there for half an hour ahead of time. How the fuck does Secret Service rental vehicles burst into flames? Right? That shit should have been checked out big time. And why? In Nantucket. We're in Nantucket. That's in Massachusetts, right? On the island with his family last week, the Secret Service rented 5 vehicles from Hertz to carry the president and his family. Now, here's an issue I see. I thought that the president is not allowed to be put in rented vehicles. The president at all times is supposed to have a limit. What's that?
I don't see why they're renting vehicles. You would think as a president, the least that they could do is at least like have a government bought Cadillac somewhere in each, and they, this fucking, we'll just say it's a Cadillac, whatever. And it just like chills until like the president needs it. Like,
okay, wherever the president goes, he has a fucking vehicle. Like when he flies overseas, he has a plane that he has 3 fucking limos that get fucking taken wherever the fuck he goes.
Yeah.
I don't see why they would rent the president a car. You know how dangerous that is? So they rented 5 vehicles.
Maybe they're just trying to be very low key. It's like I remember when they brought Pelosi's husband home from the hospital. They were in like this in a rental van or something.
Yeah,
like that.
but that's Paul Pelosi.
That's just odd. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So they rented 5 vehicles from Hertz to carry the president and his family, and all 5 of them caught fire in the parking lot, according to the footage. Footage shows firefighters when the vehicles were parked at the airport, and the blaze reportedly spread to just 40 feet away from the facility's jet fuel tanks. It is unknown what caused the fire, and at approximately 5:22 a.m., they caught on fire. So was the president still there? Biden spent that weekend in Nantucket. It was Friday morning, right? Doesn't say. But this is how does this fucking happen? Yeah, all 5 vehicles. I'm sure they were parked right next to each other, and it was all the engine. Hey, you fuckers just turned on. So I don't get it. It's crazy, but anyways, there's something to this, guys. There's definitely something to this. Maybe it might be a way for him. Maybe he's gonna come out. You know what they're gonna happen next week? They're gonna say, "We found out that white nationalists tried to kill us by burning our freaking." So it's a ploy, right? It's a ploy. They're doing it to try and get people to vote for Biden, because I hear that there's nobody going to be able to beat Biden. Gavin Newsom's not going to do it, thank God. So I don't know. Yeah, Hemi, give me that link, bud. We'll play it right now. We'll play it. Let me guess. Is it a band TV? A 5-way head-on collision. Like people are saying, there's a certain streamer that said Antifa broke into their car and destroyed it just because they wanted to get more money off of donations. Could be one of those kind of situations. I'm not saying that other streamer did that. I'm just saying a lot of people say it happened. Jeannie's like, Mike Jones is giving the truth out there. Pink Hammer terrorist did it. Trump did it with the Russians. Yeah. Dude, do you know that they're not allowed, that they took the gun away from Yosemite Sam? Yosemite Sam no longer has a gun anymore. What, Browners?
They're still making Yosemite Sam cartoons?
I don't know. I just heard something about it the other day. So maybe they took his gun away from him from older episodes. Okay, Donnie got up here earlier. Now you're trying to do it. Get down. Oh, there it is.
So old cartoons, he's just doing this now. He's like, ah!
I guess. All right, let's click on this. It should open it up. He said skip. I knew it was an Alex Jones video. How did I know? Let's see.
Oh, InfoWars is almost shut down. Good MSM. Good Democrat law.
Kind of funny. Turn it down a little bit. America first.
This is America.
Uh-oh. My internet's slowing us down here. Sorry, guys.
There's a movement emerging among the next generation of conservatives that believes America is a nation of people. A nation that worships Jesus Christ as God.
Oh,
and shares
no.
a rich culture and heritage tied to the land.
Son of a bitch. Don't you hate it when this happens?
Our nation can be reduced to just a set of ideas. Instead, America First affirms that the people of America are worth protecting.
America is...
Great, now watch. There's going to be a video or a picture showing Eddie with Nick Fuentes. I may have met the guy. I don't know. I have bad memory.
From
like he was in
an
DC there.
English cultural framework and influenced by European civilization. America is a Christian...
Oh, come on, internet.
Interwebs.
Put first. It means the well-being and the interest and the good of the flesh and blood American people in this place first. Every time, always, before everything else, and not one single exception.
God damn it. So did he start America First? I know what America First is.
Conservatives who are not afraid to proclaim the name Jesus Christ. Men who stand with courage for their families, faith, and country. A movement that puts the people of America.
So is Nick Fuentes who started America First? There's nothing wrong with America First.
I think so, but I have no idea. And just, well, Antifa is anti-fascist. Well, that's what they say that they are, you know, but you know what I mean? That's not necessarily, I guess I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Dude, I mean, frickin' Proud Boys put America first. They're called Western chauvinists because they say the West is the best, meaning America is the best country. Big fucking deal. What's wrong with that? And you know, the people that get mad about that are the same people that they're from Mexico and they got a Mexican flag hanging from their
Introducing the Hyundai Evolve,
right? They got American flag, or they got a Mexican flag hanging somewhere. They came from Mexico, so they put Mexico first, right? Oh my God! So wait a minute, real quick. Is it bad to root for the United States then in the fucking World Cup of soccer? Are we bad because we want America to win? Oh my God, you're a fucking white nationalist because you're rooting for Team USA to win.
But if you would, could you send me that link so I can watch it on, you know, after the show?
Maybe. Let me see.
Maybe.
Hold on. Let me click on it again. How much you?
Because I don't want to have those thoughts that, you know, somebody that's conservative and a Christian is, you know, could possibly be like that. I don't want to think that.
There you go. Sent. It's been sent.
Thank you.
You owe me $50 now.
$80.
Yeah. Oh shit, we're in trouble. Hope is back. All right, so let's see. Let's get on to. So Nick Fuentes, you know, he is what he is. Whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. He's an American. He can. It's his right to think the way he fucking wants to, right? Freaking for the black dude that says "fuck all you white people." Guess what? That's his freedom of speech. It may suck, but that's the way it is. I wouldn't want it any other way. If you do, go live in China.
I'm not any way that you can't be openly wrong, you know?
Right.
You have all the rights to be a complete idiot if you want to.
Hemi says, Hemi is waking people up one crisis at a time.
And I would rather have it that way so I would know who I'd want to associate with and who I wouldn't.
Right. I don't know. You know what? I bet you, if you want to be an all-around person, maybe you should have a black supremacist, a white supremacist, an Asian supremacist, a whatever supremacist in your life. One of each. Because then you can learn about all the different shit.
Well, maybe keep up with them, but I wouldn't want to be in there considered a friend bomb. You know what I mean? Like everybody has the freedom to do whatever they want and say whatever they want. I like it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you know who people, what they are.
Really, Gra says, I just tried to stream Tulsa King and I got an instant copyright warning. Well, no shit. It's a fucking TV show that just came out on Sunday night. You're definitely going to get a copyright hit for that, Gra. Come on, man. How's the new internet holding up? All right, so look at this. Biden wants your retirement savings to go woke. What happens when you go woke? You go broke. What's up, Betty White? Here are 3 ways they say to protect yourself. Many employer-run 401k accounts could soon automatically put your contributions into woke funds. What does that mean? The White House recently issued a new regulation that will allow investment fiduciaries, including 401k plan managers, to offer investment options that consider environmental, social, and governance issues, such as climate change and social justice initiatives. As long as they're companies that are building shit or maybe putting them in, as long as I can make a profit, I don't know if I'd be pissed off. I really don't. Now, speaking of that, Steven Crowder made a good point today. I know I shouldn't, I know I'm all, somebody told me once, Eddie, you got to stop talking about Crowder because we all watch Crowder too. And he made a point that kind of bugged me too. Now, he said the problem with conservatives is they always want to make a profit, that's what conservatives do, right? We're trying to make profits. And he starts complaining. He's like, yeah, they started selling their emails right away. Well, and as soon as he said that, did you hear that today when Steven Crowder, he's like, well, yeah, as soon as Parler started, right away they started selling people's emails to a list or whatever, to a company, right? And I'm like looking at my email. I'm like, motherfucker, I got emails from all kinds of people that say, Manscaped through Steven Crowder. And I get all kinds of that shit. So Steven Crowder's selling my fucking email. So don't be calling other people out on it, bitch. I just said that about you, Steven Crowder, and I like you. Do you get those emails?
No. Did you buy Manscaped through with the promo code?
I don't have Manscaped. Do I look like I Manscape? No.
Well, I can't see your balls, so that's what Manscaped's for.
And you're never going to see my balls.
I hope not.
No, but you don't get emails from them? I get emails like from Butcher Box or whatever, the Farmer's Best or whatever the fuck it is. I get emails from, it says on behalf of Steven Crowder. Hold on, let me find one right now. Let me search Steven Crowder.
No, I don't think I do. But then again, I don't pay attention to my email much. I just went through and deleted like 1,700 emails a couple hours ago.
All right, here we go. It says Walther Arms via Louder with Crowder. I can't buy a Walther armament here in California because they don't allow them. So I know I didn't buy one. And it says the following message is from one of our advertiser, Walther Arms. So just saying, Louder or Crowder does it all the fucking time.
But is it coming from Steven's email address or Walther's email address?
Let me look. I just lost it now.
Because they could be sending out promotions from their...
Okay, here we go. Manscaped. It says Here, can I put it up on the screen? It says Manscaped via Louder with Crowder. And to reply, the return address is info@Louder with Crowder. Okay, so maybe they're not selling it to Manscaped. So, okay, I get what he's doing. So he's not selling your email address to Manscaped, okay? But what he's doing is he's taking an ad from Manscaped and forwarding it to all the people on his email list. That's what he's doing. It's still kind of the same, though. Hot Damn wants to see my balls. I don't know. She can see it. Ladies can see my balls. They drag on the ground. According to Gra, I got big brass ones.
Balls are gross.
I know. Ladies, why do you like balls?
They don't.
I don't know. Don't you remember that South Park? When Randy gives himself cancer so he can get the medical marijuana and his balls grow to be like 10 times bigger and all the girls are like, what? You don't remember that episode?
All right, ladies. Is there any ladies out there that just love seeing a pair of saggy balls?
I don't think anything on a man's body is sexy. So, I mean...
Me either.
I understand why women go gay or whatever, because women are gorgeous. They got nice curves, smooth, soft skin, right?
I tell you, if I didn't need my balls, I'd want them to go. They're just an inconvenience.
Your balls?
Yeah.
Why? They have great sensation when certain people do certain things with them.
Yeah, well, you need them for procreating and stuff like that, but, you know.
Mandy says they're just to play with. I get that, Big Tech. I was just making a comment how Steven Crowder was talking about these people do it, but I still remember the day that Gra told me I had big bass balls. I was at an event in Sacramento, and I was still a Proud Boy then. Everybody's walking away, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm going over there. And I went over there by myself. And remember those black dudes playing fucking basketball? And they're like, fuck the Proud Boys. And there's like 10 or 15 of them. I was like, I'm a Proud Boy. What you gonna do, motherfucker? Remember that? Shit. Do you boys like saggy tits? Sometimes. I'm gonna look at them. What's wrong with that? I love all boobs. Boobs are boobs. Except for Nancy Pelosi's. Only drunk uncle has Nancy Pelosi's. I like boobs.
I just think they're like the prototype for breast implants.
You're saying she's that old that she got them? She was like one of the very first. Oh my God!
Yeah, she was patient zero.
When I was a kid, there was some movie about the doctor who invented them or started using them or something like that. He was like the first doctor to do that. And I loved the movie because I'm like 10 years old and it's just like boob after boob after boob after boob. Ross says, I have a new infatuation with Nancy Wait, is it still on here? Let's see. Let's see if this works. Tell me if it works. Is that the one where, let's see. There we go. It worked. All right, Don Lemon says that CNN was never liberal. Insists the new boss isn't transforming the network. Gee, what do you think? Do you think CNN was ever liberal, Drunk Uncle?
Yeah.
I think they're totally liberal.
I don't know. We can. I think they used to maybe ride in the middle, like many years ago.
This is CNN.
But when people say that, I'm like, okay, well go find me one pro-conservative video that they've done.
Right, dude. Even Stephen Colbert was fucking shocked when he said that. Dude, Don Lemon is the biggest fucking liar I've ever fucking heard. Well, he's a liberal, right? Hey,
Yeah,
Josephine.
he likes to ball sweat on face.
Hey, Josephine, am I allowed to say what you did today? I don't know if you want me to say that or not. Let me know. Stupid commercials. MJ should post a link to Nancy's song. There's a song about Nancy. I don't want to know about the song about Nancy. So, Chinese police flood the streets in an attempt to crack down on intensifying protests. If you guys aren't paying attention to what's going on over there in China right now, guys, you really, really need to. Because if everybody keeps voting Democrat, that's what's going to be happening here. No, I'm not going to play a nasty song. I'm sorry. I'm no freaking way I'm going to get play. That's like making me play the, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to play the Korean song now. Just for Gra. Hold on. Let me see if I can even find it. Is it still on YouTube? It's got to be on YouTube somewhere. Oh, yeah, it is. Here you go, Gra. Just for you. Look how photoshopped this photo is.
I want to inspire you. Yes. Yes. You got to say yes. There's so much no in this world. You got to say yes. Yes. What are you saying? Yes.
I mean, have you ever watched her interview people? She's always doing like, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my God, that chick. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, definitely watch China, folks. Let's see. What are Joseph? I heard it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday, Friendsgiving. So I want to, Josephine sent me a Venmo and it said for veterans. So if you guys don't know, this upcoming Christmas, I'm doing something totally different for Christmas for the veterans. You know, 4 times a year I go out and I help these guys and girls, and I normally provide them with food. You know what? I gotta take Corinne off the fucking. We can't have Corinne on there. We'll do this. But anyway, so I go and normally buy a lunch for the veterans, and I give them these little $5 coupon books where they can go buy stuff at the little hospital store. And this year I'm doing something different for Christmas. I'm gonna give them a better lunch, and instead of pizza. And then I told them at the hospital to ask the veterans to pick a $25 gift, 3 of them. And that way I can have a good chance of getting at least one of them. And I'm going to buy one present for all of the 60 veterans that are in this long-term care facility, a $25 gift. So Josephine gave me a nice little, I don't know if I'm allowed to say how much, but Josephine donated today to that. The other day, Ziggy Piggy donated to it. So if you guys want to help, you guys can, we figure it's going to be like $50 a veteran. So that's going to cost me $3,000. So whether you guys donate or not, I'm still going to do it. But if you guys could donate, you could help me go less in debt. Does that make sense? So what we're going to do then is I just got this new book about the Hunter Biden laptop. I've got some shirts that we're going to put up. So anybody who donates for every $5 or every $1, you get like a ticket. For every 5, you get 6. If you donate 25, it's, we're going to pick some names. We're going to give out some shirts, some books. Drunk Uncle has a license plate that he's going to give to the action. It's a fuck. Does it say fuck Biden? Yeah, fuck Biden. Yeah. That license plate is going to go to one lucky winner. And we'll probably pick it January 1st because we're trying to get. We'll pick it. What should be the last day? Because I'm gonna give the presents to them by January. You know what? We'll do January 1st because I'm gonna buy them no matter what. And then if the money comes in later, it can kind of help offset what I paid already. If it goes over $3,000, then we'll use it for our next Veterans Day, which is like May. What is Armed Forces Day? It's May something. But yeah, we definitely help the veterans here all the freaking time. I love the veterans. That's my biggest charity that I support all, and I mean all the time. The other day, on Veterans Day, they told me, hey, Eddie, our washer and dryer broke, and the veterans have no way to wash their clothing. So guess what I did? Me and a couple friends got together, and we bought them a brand new washer and dryer, and I delivered it the day before Thanksgiving. That's how much me and my friends care about the veterans. So, all right, here says, what is the potential? I saw this on Yahoo News. What is the potential penalty if someone is convicted of seditious conspiracy? Freaking there, there's Enrique right there. It says,
they got the Oath Keeper guy today.
Did they? What did they get him for?
Seditious conspiracy?
Did they? Is that what they got him for?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look it up real quick. Oath Keeper founders Elmer Stewart Rhodes and member Kelly Meggs were found guilty Tuesday of seditious conspiracy. Oh, it's right here. That is when people who conspire to overthrow, put down, or destroy the government. The charge carries with it a potential sentence up to 20 years in prison. Elmer Stewart Rhodes and member Kelly Meggs were found guilty because of January 6th. And in July, Enrique Terrio and 4 other Proud Boys were charged. It was not just July. Like Joe Biggs has been in jail since... what was it, like February 2021, something like that? And what the constitutional expert calls a textbook case of sedition. If 2 or more persons in any state or territory or in any place subject to the jurisdiction of the United States conspire to overthrow, blah, blah, blah. So they're saying this is a textbook case. Who knows? I guess I'll find out in January, because guess where I'll be.
All I'm going to say is that that picture of Enrique, it looks like that he was in a rush to get dressed that day.
Oh, I just noticed that. Yeah, huh? Oh, don't you just love that? Wait, let's see if there's any comments at the bottom about that picture. Show more content. Yahoo's probably a good place to go fuck with people, like MSNBC, like you do. Let me see. Let me type in find and zipper. Let's see. Zip. Oh, there's one. ZIPPP. Where is it? Let's find it. Zipper. How about that? Nope. No zipper. Yes, nobody made a comment about it. Let's see. Anyways, where was I going? Oh, this is where I was going. Let me go to my emails real quick. By the way, speaking of Joe Biggs, I got an email today. Does somebody in here want to write Joe Biggs? I got the email today saying that Joe Biggs and other people from the January 6th hearings, or January 6th, have gotten a new iPad, or they got little notepad. Let's see, where was it? Oh, here it is. Heads up, Joe and others at the ADC just got tablets for messages for the first time, and the app is securetech.online. Create an account and message with Joe. Also, he needs money in his account. Not expensive, thanks. So Joe Biggs and the other January 6ers, they finally got some tablets. So you can email them now, guys. Let me put in this link. So if anybody here wants to go and wants to email Rufio, wants to email Enrique, you want to email Joe Biggs, you go to this and you can log into, you got to sign up. I signed up already. I haven't done it yet. Let me find out. And I have his information. Remember, we put it up so you could, I put it at Hope. Didn't you write Joe? I had his address somewhere. Right? Where did I have his fucking address?
But they have, you might not have to send a snail mail. Maybe you can go directly to him.
But you need to know his address. You need to know his prison number, I think. Isn't that it? I think that's what, I think you need that. Find an inmate. In DC jail. Located inmate, Washington, D.C. Where is it? General inmate information. That's located inmate. No. Jails now. He's in jails near D.C. Let's see. He is in the one. I'm trying to remember which one he's in. It starts with it's not Arlington County Jail, no. No, it's not Alexandria. It starts with Arlington County Sheriff, no. It starts with a C. Great. I have to look at, now I'm gonna have to look through a million messages. Is there a way to search through text messages? Like, I mean, in an exact text message is what I'm asking.
That I not know. Maybe from your MacBook, maybe.
Hope, I got a question. Hope, do you remember what date? Because Hope said she emailed Joe Biggs, I think. Didn't she? Or no, she emailed somebody else. Dude, I have so many messages that it's really, really, really hard to find. There is an Android. Well, I don't have an Android. I got an Apple. I'm trying to find. Oh, here it is. Alexandria. Oh, here it is right here. I got it. Alexandria Detention Center, 2001 Mill Road. Alexandria, Virginia. Inmate, no, oh no, that's 22314. I gotta do, so I guess, let me type it in here. That way you guys can see it. He is in the Alexandria. If you guys are going to that website, if you want to write Joe or somebody like that, it's the Alexandria Detention Center. I know I can't type for shit. So it's that 2001 Mill Road, Alexandria, Virginia, 22314, 22314. There you go. that's where he is. Let's look up Alexandria Detention Center. I guess I could have just looked it up right here. Detention Center. There we go. Maybe Hope's not here anymore. Let's see if we can look up an inmate. Maybe it'll say his inmate number.
I thought you made a call to them to ask them if you needed to know the inmate number, and they said no, that you could just put the name on there.
You're right. That's right. I did call him. Remember? That's right. Okay, but that was not for this text messaging app though. But I guess it would be the same thing, huh?
Your give send go that was set up for Joe Biggs.
Where is it? It's right here. Let me find it. It's give send go - staff sergeant. The problem is it goes right to mine. /S. Let's see, staff sergeant. Let's see. I don't have it on my thing anymore. I don't know why. Here it is. Do you want the link to that?
No, I didn't know if the number that you're looking at is the inmate number that you're looking for, if that's
on
in
there?
the give send go.
I don't think it is. No, it's not. Okay, so Michael, the guy from the Misfits said he was going to try and get over 10. We still haven't got over 10 yet. Anyways. But yeah, if you guys want to email him now, that's what you can do. I can't show you this email because it has private information that I can't let you guys see. Like I can't, like, it's got Michael Graves' phone number and email and shit like that. I can't show you guys this email. But yeah, so go if you guys want anybody in the Alexandria Detention Center, which is Joe Biggs, people like that, you can go see him. I got one last news thing for you, drunk uncle.
Yeah?
Yeah, do you know what it is?
I'm drawing a blank.
It is Jake Paul wastes no time challenging Nate Diaz after free agency is official. Offer is ready when you are. You think he'd fight Jake Paul?
Not under the circumstances that seem to be.
Oh yeah, Hope's in here. I gotta move you over.
Fight.
Not under the circumstances of what?
Not under the circumstances that these fights seem to be under.
I've never watched one of his fights. Why? What's crazy about it?
It seems like people take dives. They get paid to lose.
Oh, are they? Really?
Yeah, his last fight that he knocked down Anderson Silva, the guy barely, they boxed, but the punch that put him down, like I wouldn't go down to that punch.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
now I gotta look it up. Do they have it on YouTube probably?
I would assume so.
What's his name again?
That's
Jake
probably-
what?
Jake Paul and
Anderson Silva. Okay. Here's the highlights. I'm going to hit mute because I don't know how... It's got to be the very last one. Brownie, stop. I want to see this. I want to see the knockout punch. Is this it right here? Hold on, let's see. That barely touched him.
And Anderson Silva is a legend.
You see, where did he hit him? Did he hit him in the nose or? He hit him on the top of the nose right here. You might be right. You might be right. Gra or Hope Grocky's calling you. Gra wants to whisper in your ear. Do you and Gra have something going?
He wants to tell me that his internet is awesome. That's what he wants to tell me for like the 5th time.
His internet is awesome.
And I think I found Joe's inmate number.
You did? Where'd you find it at? How'd you find it?
He wrote a letter from jail when he described the life of being a J6 prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote in there like Joe Biggs, political prisoner, aka inmate, and then the
Where what like on the internet? Where can I find it? I just typed in Joe Biggs' letter from jail.
I'm gonna put it in your general.
Okay.
Chat.
Who can I see knocking at my door? Don't run away. There ain't no mess. I don't know. I'm doing the wrong song. How can I feel like I've broken arms? I don't even know. Oh, here it is. State of mental health. Who can it be now? Oh, this is from July 2021. I don't know if this is going to be it or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it Alexandria County Jail? What jail is he in? Does it say what jail is he in?
Oh, this one says Florida.
Okay, yeah, it'll be a different one.
All right.
Oh, well, thank you for trying.
Yep.
Who can it be now? Do you know that song, Hope? You probably don't know that song. You're too much of a young baby.
Just because you're young don't mean you can't like older music.
Yeah.
I listen to doo-wop.
I love 80s music.
Is that 80s music?
That was 80s. Yeah. Pretty sure it's 80s. Probably mid 80s. Who can it be now?
Who can it be now? Isn't that Men at Work? Isn't it?
Didn't Men at Work do the safety dance?
No. Yeah, it's Men at Work. No, Men at Work did stuff like I come from the land down under.
Oh.
You know, because they're from Australia.
Give me a Vegemite sandwich. Here, I found it.
I don't even know where I put that Vegemite stuff. Don't you help, but I went from 40 gigs. You get a terabyte internet speed? Fuck you, girl. You don't have a terabyte. You have gigabyte speed. There's no way you get terabyte internet. I call bullshit, Gra. And if you have terabyte internet, go fuck yourself. Yes, Hope?
This one is right. I put it in your general. It has information on all the prisoners and where they're being held and the updates on their cases and the addresses to send mail to, including their prisoner number.
Here we go. Wait, let's see if this. Let me see if this is the right Gift Send Go. Oh, it is. Okay, good. It's even got the right Gift Send Go on there. It's got the wrong lawyer. That's not his attorney. Lauren Russell, Max Michigan. That's not his attorney. Oh, here we go. Here it is, though, guys. This is where you can write them. This is where you can look his stuff up. So that's where he is. Prisoner mail is reviewed by guards, so please don't sell anything bad. Hey, somebody, it says somebody just donated. Who don't? I don't know. I won't say who it is. Thank you to the person. You got. I won't say your name unless you want me to, but you definitely just got entered into our drawing for some good stuff. That's not his lawyer, though.
Did his lawyer change?
Maybe, but I've been dealing with his lawyer for a long time, and that's not his lawyer's name. Oh, USA attorney. These are the attorneys. These are the attorneys for the government, not for him.
Right, yeah.
I got you. Dude, look at all these case documents they have.
Yeah, you can read every single one of them.
Wow.
That picture that you got where my face usually is of Joe Biggs is kind of distorted, but it looks like when I first glanced at it, I thought that was Gordon Ryan. And I'm sure you don't know who Gordon Ryan is, but he's the best no-gi jiu-jitsu grappler in the world.
There you go. You're back up. No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
T-4 is terabytes. Could be at college. No, Gra is definitely not at college. And so when I was at Fresno State, our internet was not. I had faster internet at home than I did at Fresno State. Man, I guess maybe I should read a whole bunch of this stuff one day. Maybe when I'm waiting for my MRI tomorrow. Does anybody know how long a fucking a head MRI will take? I hope it's not one of those like 1 hour long. Is it a long time? I hate fucking MRIs. Those things.
Can't remember if I had an MRI or a CAT scan, but they put you in a big tube.
Yeah, does it go? Does it do that?
Yeah, I think that did take a little bit.
That I think we're all done with the news, Gra. There's no more news left to do.
He's just gonna come up and talk about his Wi-Fi and we're gonna do a speed test.
You know what? Fuck you and your Wi-Fi. Matt, respectfully submitted Matthew Graves. What is this? Pursuant to the court scheduling order ECF 426, the government files the attached. Okay, what website is this? American Gulag. Okay. So I'm gonna copy. Let's open link a new tab. Let's see if I'm on here. So I remember on January 4th, I think it was, when I was flying to what do you call it? When I was flying to Washington DC, I got off the plane and I had like fucking 50 million text messages, and it was all to some Antifa website, and I was like number 2 or something on the list of who Antifa was going to attack. Oh, I'm not on here. I'm not on here. What the fuck? How come I'm not on here? Oh, because I never got arrested for being inside because I didn't go inside. Maybe that's why. Okay.
About 50 minutes, everybody's saying. 40 to 50 minutes.
40 to 50 minutes I got to sit in there? Oh, man, that sucks.
Take you some weed and take a nap.
Well, here's the problem. I was thinking about that, right? But how can I take weed? They're doing stuff for my head. So I don't know if I can take weed. Right? Hey, I learned something new today. Did you know if you do a Google search, which most of you guys probably don't do you know if you click on the O's, it represents the different pages instead of just hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Did you know that? I learned that by watching Died Suddenly. Seriously, I did.
Could you say that again, Eddie? If you do what? If you Google search what?
So when you Google search something, you know how there's numbers below to go to different pages, and there's a whole bunch of O's in Google. They're actually they're 10 O's, so that way you can go through pages 1 through 10. Are you guys seeing this? Let me see if you guys can see it. What I'm doing. Yes. Yeah. See where it says Google, and look under there. 1 through 10 is exactly under the O's. So if you don't want to hit the 1 through 10, like watch, I'm gonna hit the O above the 5, and we're gonna go right to page 5. Isn't that cool how that works?
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Have you ever Googled yourself? I've done it before, and sometimes it's not fun.
Yeah. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah. No, like okay, let's do Eddie Block, and let's do Sedition Hunters. Like, I'm all over Sedition Hunters.
Sedition. Me now, it'll say I've got new Wi-Fi.
You got new Wi-Fi?
What? No, hold on. Graw's breaking up. I think he might have a bad connection. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have to check. I might check in the Zelle. You know, I have Zelle. I've never used it before. I mean, we can also do something to where people, if they want to donate to the veterans, they can do it. I have an address. It should be on here. It's like my P.O. box in Fresno. Look, here it is. Eddie Block, hard to disguise yourself when you're in a wheelchair filming everything as usual. FBI raided his house in January and took a bunch of shit as evidence. Let's see.
Exporting took a bunch of stuff.
Right? They didn't take a bunch of stuff.
Trimmings, his junk mail.
Oh,
Right.
we want to
boxes.
Mr. Bill wants to know if we're going to Google Mr. Bill, see what we get.
Can we Google Mr. Bill? We can Google Mr. Bill.
Only a Mr. Bill. Yeah, I bet you get something.
Actually, I got his phone number.
Go ahead.
I got his phone number. I can type in. Well, I can't do it on here. I can type in his phone number.
Mandy J sent me one of the funniest things, I'm not kidding, that I've seen in 2 freaking years, Eddie.
What's that?
I don't know if we can. I think we can play it on the show. You know.
I don't trust you anymore. Anybody who tries to play a fucking TV show.
I know. I just wanted to see if I could do it. I wanted to see, because, you know, nobody watches my shit. And I was like, I'm going to just see if it works. No, after about 10 minutes in, the little window pops up. We have detected copyright infringement on your. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, don't do that. They don't want you doing that. Let's see.
And let me get away with playing Fox Nation. You know what I mean?
They let you get away with playing Fox Nation. Well, that's Fox Nation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking, it's just the way it is. I mean, I understand. You know, I make. What do you think? The first minute I saw my fucking video on Wall Street Journal, who was fucking bitching about it? Me, right? So I get it. I don't want you guys sharing my shit and me not making money off of it.
I don't. Oh yeah, I get it. Especially since Tulsa King episode 3 that come out today.
No, I watched it yesterday. I watched it Sunday. I mean,
I thought it came out on Sunday, or am I thinking of Yellowstone?
it comes out on Sundays. Yellowstone came out yesterday, I think. I don't know. I watched the new Yellowstone too. Ooh, did you watch it? Did anybody in here watch Yellowstone? Did you watch the new Yellowstone? And did you see that tight little dress that Beth was wearing? Wow, she was hot in that dress. I don't know. It's a music video. Yeah, I couldn't play that.
Yeah, you can't play that music video. But after the show, you've got to, I mean.
Is that what you text messaged me earlier? Or just
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a 2-minute video.
Right on.
Hilarious.
It's a 5-minute video?
Yep.
Is it that long?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, at the first they talk for about like a couple minutes, don't they, or something?
I hate that stuff.
I know.
You know what that's like? Drunk Uncle he's probably old enough to remember this. Now, when I was a kid, first you got a pager. First pagers came out, right? Where all you could do is you called the number, it went beep, 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 and you typed in the number you wanted to show up on the screen. Then all of a sudden it came out to where you could have a voicemail. Like, not a voicemail, but you call and you'd be like, hey, this is Eddie, you know, leave your number after the beep. And then they type in the number they want. And then you get not the one person, but almost every fucking teenager in the 1990s who had a pager, you would call it. And you'd have to listen to a whole entire fucking song before you could type in your fucking number. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know, you're like, hey, I got to page my friend Dion right now. And fucking you call up Dion and all of a sudden it's a slow jam playing. It was probably like Casey and JoJo or something like that. And at the very end, he's like, hey, you reached Dion. Put in the number you want me to call back. Like, you motherfucker.
I remember that with cell phones too, like in the early or mid 2000s. Like when you call somebody, instead of it ringing, they would have a song playing until they picked up. I think I remember.
Yeah, you could pay for that feature. I remember that. I was the guy who watched Cheech and Chong. I think I got it from Cheech and Chong. And the phone rang and it would ring and then, you know, you'd hear somebody pick up and I'd be like, hello? And I'd be like, hello? I'd be like, shut up, I can't hear. Hello? And then he'd be like, sorry, you got my voicemail. Leave a message. Remember, I was one of those people. That was me. Mandy J probably smelled it too. Well, so what is this thing with Alyssa Milano now? Something about her vagina smells like cat piss. What is that all about?
Last I heard was she traded her Tesla in for a Volkswagen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I heard.
Okay.
Otto.
See, so Hemi, I was cool because I had like 2 jobs when I was in high school. So I had a different pager case for every day. I got really good. It had like a few screws. You take out a few screws, you could change the color of your case every day. In 1992, I had my 9 Motorola brick phones, and my monthly bill was $25. Holy shit, big tech. My stepdad had that. It was like a big phone, and it had like a Batman, like a Pac-Man kind of look to it. Rod, do you remember those phones?
Yeah.
Was that the Zach Morris phone?
I think so, yeah.
I had an aunt that her husband had a interior made for her in her 95. No, it was before then. 88, maybe 1988 Cutlass Supreme with a cell phone in the console, built into the console.
Really?
You know, a part. Yeah. I'm like, holy crap! It's a little gold plaque that said "Made for," had her name on it.
Oh wow!
Like, that's just that's cool as it gets.
My grandma or grandma and grandpa in their Cadillac, it was the first cell phone that I'd ever seen, but it wasn't in their console, but like in front of their console, like mounted to the ground. It was on a cord and everything.
Mm-hmm. This one was too.
Yeah, that was the first one I ever seen. Big old buttons that you have to like.
Well, dude, I remember I was watching one of the I Love Lucy's. You guys have all seen I Love Lucy's, and this was after they moved out of New York into the country, and he's driving in the car. So what is that? The 50s? He had a car phone in the 50s.
Huh.
So they must have had car phones in the 50s. Who knows? Hope, you have a record player, Hope?
No,
I
don't.
I was gonna say, do you know how to use it? Do you know what a fax machine is?
I got 3.
What, you're a DJ.
No, I got
actually have a fax line at work.
Drunk showed us those record players one night. Sorry, Hope.
Yeah, he did. He played for us one night.
Holy shit! I got too many records.
Oh, Big Tech says those were radio phones. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I remember, like, with pagers, like, there was codes you could put in there. Like, 143 means I love you, because it's the I, the L, and the U.
Andy Griffith still had a car phone, Mr. Bill? I don't remember that.
I don't know. I used to love watching that show.
That don't make sense. 143, that couldn't be for the letters.
The word. There's that many letters in each word.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. I was about to say 1 doesn't have letters, I don't believe.
Right.
And then 2's ABC, and then 3's, D, E, F. So U is not in. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, wait a minute. That don't make sense.
Well, I just remember I was at work, and I'd met this girl, and we were talking, and she was paging me, and then, like, she came into my work. She's like, why didn't you call me back? I was like, what do you mean call you back? Nobody's texting me except somebody keeps putting fucking 143 in my fucking phone. She's like, that's me, you idiot. It means I love you. I was like, okay, I guess. Remember that in high school? You were all in love with people? I remember my friend Johnny, I went to his house, and we were drinking, and he had a girl over, Jenny, and her little sister was there. Well, I said little, but she was older. And so Johnny's hooking up with the sister, and he's like, Eddie, get the sister out of here, because she's a fucking rat. She'll tell that we're hooking up. And so she drove the mom's car, which was like a 1986 Honda CRX. This was in the 90s, so that was a fast car back then. And his brother was there with us, too. And I was like, hey bro, let's go for a ride. I'm like, hey, let me drive your car. And she's like, Eddie, but you've been drinking. I was like, yeah, but do you have a license? And she's like, no. I was like, good, let's go. So we went into the mountain. We fucking crashed her car. Her mom was all pissed and stuff, but because she gave the keys to minors, they couldn't do anything, you know? And so at school on Monday, she's like, Eddie, I still love you. Like, I just fucking wanted to drive your car. I was bad. You do stupid stuff in high school.
Little gal named Linda I had the old 72 Grand Prix. She had a 66 Corvette with a chrome solid axle in the front. Mm-hmm. Little skinny tires because it was a drag car. They raced it.
Okay.
She is drunk. She's like, let's go to the lake. Take my car. I'm like, okay. I drive that thing to the lake. We spend the day and we're sunburned. We've been drinking all day. She's hammered. She's a little thing. She got drunk real easy. So I missed a turn at one of the main intersections in Tulsa. And she's passed out shotgun, right?
Uh-huh.
And I missed the turn. I hit the center median, blew one of the tires out, bent the rim, bent the axle. Oh, fuck. Tried to wake her up. Got out of the car. I was about 3 blocks from the bar. Left her in the car, okay? And I go to the bar, get her right back to the car. She's gone. She's gone and the car's gone.
Wow.
Well, okay. You know. And that was the end of that. But anyway, long story even longer, when she asked me what happened, I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean what happened? She goes, I woke up in my car and the tire was blown, the rim was bent, and the axle was bent. I'm like, what'd you do? You hit the curb or something? She goes, I must have. I don't remember. That was the end of that. That was the end of that story. Oh.
When I turned 21,
horrible.
The day I turned 21 was not just a day. It was like a 4-day party event. We, we're all dumb when you're, like, I watched, that On Patrol shit. I'm like, and I'm looking at these kids. I'm like, you dumb motherfuckers. And I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. I used to do that when I was their age, What's that, Dawn Break? So, like, when I turned 21, the first night, I was going all of the bars, hitting them up in Lompoc, the night before, because right at midnight, you can go to the bar. So I went right at midnight to the bars. And the next day, we went down to Santa Barbara. And so we're doing State Street. So Santa Barbara State Street, it's just bar. It's like, it's a street, just bars, kind of like where I was in Austin. And so, like, I finally remember, I got so drunk, I'm, like, throwing up. And these dudes are filming, and it's like the 90s, like, dude, what's wrong? You all right? And my friend's like, yeah, he just turned 21. And like, dude, you need another fucking drink. So they hand me another beer, and I'll just start drinking it, Then the next day, I picked up these girls from Santa Maria, which is the other side of Lompoc, and then we took them to Red Rock and Lake Cachuma and stuff. I was driving them home, and I drank probably like a half a bottle of El Presidente. I mean, 21, you're stupid. Cop pulls me over, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, driving the girls home. It's my birthday. We've been partying all weekend. And he's like, sir, it's not your birthday anymore. I'm like, it's not. Luckily, my best friend's dad and my roommate was the sheriff at the time. So I got a ticket and my car towed, but I didn't get arrested.
Lucky.
I was real lucky. I just got a ticket for speeding. That was it. He showed up at my house the next day. He's like, Eddie, you fucking owe me. I was like, yes, sir, I do. Oh, yeah. I was a troublemaker back in the day. We used to we did shit called cat and mouse. You get like 10 or 12 cars, and one person was the freaking mouse, and everybody else was the cat, and they try and keep up with you. So I had a little tiny 1979 Honda Civic, they're real small. And I could drive actually down like a storefront. They got the store, then they have a little paveway, and then they got the posts, like from the overhang. I could drive in between there, and that's how I get away from people. Because you have to go wherever. Oh, yeah, we got in a lot of trouble when I was a kid. Needless to say, the cops knew me well. Anyways.
Wow.
I have stories I could tell for days of the stupid shit we did. But back then, all the cops would do is, all right, get your ass home. It wasn't like today.
Cop pulled me over one time. He goes, "Let me see your license." I gave him a license. He goes, "What are you eating?" I said, "Marijuana, sir." I had like one joint, so I ate it. Guys, well, at least you're honest. "What color are your eyes?" I said, "Blue." Because they look black to me because they was dilated so big.
Don wants to know if we can plan something. Sorry.
Well, laughing.
Don wants to know if we can plan something in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I'm gonna be there probably. I told you I got to go there for the trials in January. I thought you were going with me, Don. Anyways, what kind of stupid shit did you do as a kid, drunk uncle?
Somebody snorted. Was it Hope?
Probably.
Probably just the crowd that I ran around with.
Yeah. You know, I think I want to know what Hope did. Hope is a goody church girl. She had to have done something crazy in high school to fucking break away from that.
I was gonna say, Hope's probably the rowdiest of the four here.
Right?
I really did nothing.
Really?
Nope.
You've never done anything?
No.
Never made prank phone call.
Yeah, I did that.
So there.
You did something.
And did toilet
So that's two
papering.
things you've done. You've made prank phone calls and you lied.
You toilet paper the house, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever snuck out late at night?
No.
You never snuck out of your house at night?
Nope.
You've never walked out the back door real quietly, fucking put your keys in the ignition, stuck that sucker in neutral, and pushed your car down the block and started it halfway down the block so your parents wouldn't wake up?
Eddie, I grew up in the country, and any car going down our road was a, highlight.
Okay, you never said.
I did too. The girls, the country girls, and actually the neighbors that I lived next door to, their last name was Fox, and it was a family of nothing but girls. They didn't have any brothers or nothing. And my cousin from Dallas is up visiting, and they come over and they're tapping on our window about 10 o'clock at night with their hairbrush. And my great grandfather just happened to be sitting on the back porch. He goes running in the house to my grandmother. He goes, "Somebody's outside the boys' window and they got a gun." Man, they come busting through the door about the time those girls were crawling in the window. The hell is going? Oh, okay. You girls have a gun? No, man. Okay, get out of that window and go home. They had to walk across our field to get to our house,
Okay, well then Don says, have you ever tipped a cow then, Hope?
They got a gun. They got a gun.
You've never done
and
anything.
I didn't go to school class drunk. I didn't drink until I was nearly 21.
Holy shit. I used to go at school, I didn't just go to
Drank underage too, see?
Yeah, she did something wrong there.
It's all starting to come out.
Down in Hawaii.
Dude, we called it Faded Friday. Every Friday, me and my friends, because I had a car, so we go out for lunch. We go and we get a 40 ounce of Old E. And we had the drink of 40 ounce of Old E. Or if we couldn't find that, it was, what was the other stuff you drank instead of Old E? It was,
Farm.
Huh?
Boone's Farm. Strawberry Hill, Boone's Farm.
No, we left that for the girls. The Boone's Farm was the Strawberry Hill and the Mad Dog 2020. We gave that to girls. No, it was Old English. What was the other? It was something malt liquor. What was the other malt liquor? There's Old E and there's another kind that has 40s.
Oh, God, I can't remember.
Dog?
Huh?
Mad Dog?
No, that's a juice. That's a girl
King
drink.
Cobra?
We drank King Cobras were only 32 ounces, but you could get those for 99 cents back in the day. Well, anyway, so every Friday we had the drink of 40 ounce, and then we went back to class, and I had Spanish class, and my teacher was gay, and I would fuck with them every time I went back to class drunk. I remember one time he was, Mickey's. There we go. It was Mickey's. Thank you, Hemi. We would drink either Oldie or Mickey's. And so I'm sitting there in class one day, and he's like, "Ed, you're kind of frisky today." And then my teacher's like, "Oh, yeah, it's Friday." And the whole class started laughing. It's like everybody knew we would come in drunk as hell on Friday. It was just a thing to do. And then I go to work, 2 hours later. Or we get caught smoking weed at school.
Sounds safe.
I got away with it though, cause see, so I was in the handicap class, and because I have issues with my stomach, I was allowed to leave class when all I had to do was raise my hand, and they had to let me go to the bathroom. So that's how I ditch class all the time. I just raise my hand, go out, walk around campus, go get high. Shit. I did it all the time. And every time I saw the security guard, I'm like, fuck, you caught me again. They were like, ha ha, get to the bathroom and go back to class. I'm like, all right, Miss Potterbaum.
Potterbaum?
Yeah, that was our security guard's name, Miss Potterbaum.
Miss Potterbaum.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You drank peppermint schnapps at lunch?
That sounds like a character from 2.5 Men.
Right? Oh, I saw somewhere today there was a news, or I was somewhere and somebody said Miss Shackelford, and I was like, what? We got Rusty Shackelford here? That used to be my nickname online sometimes. I am Rusty Shackelford. Drunk Uncle probably knows that one. From King of the Hill. Let's see what.
You know, Shackelford.
Right. So Hope, you never went and did like a stay over to. You told your parents you're going to stay at a friend's house, but you really went to a boy's house.
No.
Wow, you've never lived your life.
Eddie, I think I told you about that when, my grandparents had bought me that little house on the farm out back when my cousin's parents passed away. So they moved into the big house and I had the little house. And I was, it got to where the girls would do exactly that. One would say they're staying at the other and vice versa. And then they would come, show up at my place about midnight and crash. Right. Sometimes I was there, sometimes I wasn't, But it got to the point where the cops would show up every weekend if I was there and knock on the door. Yeah, what do you want? Is Betty Johnson here or is Debbie Jones here? We're like, Betty Johnson, Debbie Jones. No, she's not here. Man, that got old fast because they would show up no matter what. And there may not have been girls missing anyway, but they would use that for an excuse to come in and make sure there wasn't any underage kids there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, Don says, what? We went and got dust in Philly and went back to school and got lost in the trails. Interesting. Like, I remember one day a friend, they asked me to do them a favor to get something for him, right? And so I show up at their house, and she, gave me, a weird look, and I'm like, okay, I know this is a bad time. And she's like, Eddie, meet my ex-husband. And I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I came here to see your boyfriend because he said he had a job interview packet for me to go apply for a job at his work. And so her ex-husband left, and she's like, man, Eddie, you're fucking badass. You thought of that real quick. I was like, yeah, here's your fucking dope. Give me my money.
Mike says acid, mushrooms, and moonshine out all night. Yep.
I never, the worst drugs I did in high school was weed. I never did anything stronger than weed. I smoked weed and drank. That was it.
See, that's weird. It was summer of '69. I know, I'm old. Shut up, Hope. And I never drank a beer, never smoked a joint, nothing. I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Hope's mom wasn't even born yet then.
Riding a friend of mine's Honda Suzuki 650 6-speed. I was 14, and my cousin handed me this little orange pill, just real small. Here, eat this. It was orange barrel LSD at 8-way hit, enough for 8 people. That's the first thing I ever got high on. I never smoked a joint, never drank a beer before. Oh my God, I got home. My aunt and uncle were there like, take these Xanax now. Valiums, take these too.
Really? I've never done shit like that before.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Is it?
Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah.
Especially if you've never had drugs before.
Never done nothing, yeah. And I'm 14.
7 or 8 hits of acid. I wouldn't do that if I wanted to get fucked up.
Wow.
I know, right?
Dude, I never saw, for my junior and senior year, I never saw my mom. Like, my bedroom was upstairs, and I'd walk down the stairs and they'd be in the living room. So I just kind of lean over like this. I'd be like, hey, Mom, I'm going out. See you later. And then take off. When I turned 16, I got an earring, and my mom was so against it, right? She found out because we did it at the fair, and I woke up, and she had some scissors to my fucking ear, and she said, you do that again, I'm fucking cutting your ear off. So what did I do? The next day I went and got it put right back in. So after I turned 18, my mom's like, wow, you didn't even wait a day until after you're 18 to get that fucking earring, huh? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, girl, I've had this for 2 fucking years and you didn't know. Because, you know, my mom was a single mom, you know, so she's working 2 jobs and I'm fucking out partying all day. And I worked. I worked at my brother's restaurant after school. I worked at Taco Bell. And then I worked at Thrifty's as an ice cream scooper. And I worked at my brother's restaurant on the weekends. So I was always working. And she didn't keep check on me because I never got arrested. So, although one day she's like texting me 911, and so I finally called. I'm like, what? She's like, the fucking cops are here looking for you. I'm like, well, I can't come home now. And she's like, why? I'm like, because we've been drinking all day. So she's like, well, I'll get rid of them. What happened is a friend of mine, he's like, hey, Eddie, can you cash this check for me? And the check was from a girl I worked with at Taco Bell, right? I was like, yeah, I know who this is. No problem. I was like, let's go, Terry. So I went and cashed the check. Well, he had stolen her checkbook and wrote a whole bunch of fake checks. So the cops were there coming after me because I cashed it at my bank account. So finally my mom talked to him, and so they figured it out because it was the one guy doing it to everybody, and they knew he was my friend. So they're like, oh, he just talked Eddie into cashing the check. That was the second bad check I had. You guys have heard the first one.
So okay, Hope, you need to explain yourself here. When I was young in college, I would spend hours studying, and the party guys would all come and visit me as they walked by.
So it was a big study room in the dorm that I was in, and there were 2 sides of the hall. One was on one side, and then the guys were on the other side. So they would walk by and be like, you know, saying goodbye to me, like they were going out partying and all that sort of stuff. There was one time that one guy was out partying and they completely took his room and moved it into the bathroom. But
interesting. So how come they never invited you to go party with them?
I didn't want to party with them.
Why not?
Yeah, they probably did. She's like, I got school.
You know, I don't care who the party's with as long as we're partying. Back then, it was just like, fuck it, let's party. I didn't care who it was.
Still party like I used to, Eddie, as long as we're done by 9.
I mean, like one day I'm hanging out with my black friends, the next day I'm hanging out with my Mexican friends, and another day I'm hanging out with my white friends, then I'm hanging out with the Asian people, the band nerds. I hung out with everybody. I didn't care as long as it was a fucking party. That's all that mattered. Right? I'd be at school and be like, hey, Eddie, you want a free beer? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. And so, Hope, when you were in school, did they have names for everybody? Like the people that got high, they all smoked cigarettes across the street on the curb, so we called them curbies. You had the band nerds. You had the real nerds.
Band nerds.
Oh, we had.
I mean, we didn't really have. I mean, sure.
Hope's like, I'm not going to tell you what I was.
But like, my school was so small, Eddie. Like, I graduated with a class of 135, and most of us knew each other.
Holy shit!
Since we were in kindergarten.
Yeah, so that's just barely enough for like one clique. 135 people. Right? That's like, I mean, a regular clique in a regular public high school.
That was like my Catholic school.
We had drive your tractor to school day. People rode their tractors to prom. Like, it wasn't, it's not like this huge high school with all these kids. Like, there was a cow field on one side and a sheep field on the other. There's nothing around.
So what kind of tractor are you? Are you a John Deere? Are you a Ferguson? What kind of tractor did you drive?
I have never driven a tractor.
That sounds like my high school, except for what'd you say? There's cows on one side and what on the other?
Farm on the other.
Yeah, we just had the cows, but everything else, yeah. So I was trying to think. I was like 200. I mean, that's.
And you've never tipped a cow. You've never tipped a cow. What the fuck?
No, but I have petted a cow. They're very cute.
Okay, have you ever had jungle juice?
What?
Have you ever had jungle juice? I'm guessing not when you say what.
I didn't hear it the first time, but no.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. Next time I come.
We've been snipe.
Have you ever been snipe hunting?
What?
You've been snipe hunting?
Have been, yes.
Drunk Uncle, have you ever been snipe hunting?
I knew what it was before I was offered.
Shit, I was gonna fucking take him.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say no. I
too.
wanted to take him. Hey, I wonder if Taiho's ever been snipe hunting. Gra, if Taiho's never been snipe hunting, can we take him snipe hunting? Drunk Uncle, could you imagine Taiho snipe hunting?
That would piss him off. That would piss him off a big time.
You motherfuckers left me in the middle of a fucking forest, all alone, with the bag and a flashlight.
Here, snipe, snipe, snipe.
Dude, my stepdad had me in the living room and the kitchen practicing. He's like, make sure you got to get that you got to jiggle that fucking bag just enough.
Yeah. Clack those sticks together.
Right. Oh my gosh, snipe hunting. Yeah. That's always a good one. Freaking A. Your graduating class had maybe 200, Jamie? Wow. Mine probably had like 300, but still. Let's see, what else? There's something else I was going to ask Hope. We got to make fun of Hope now. She's been at a little town. Oh my gosh.
I mean, the 135 is 2 towns combined to make the one school district because the school districts were so small.
Oh my gosh. Dude, let's see. I think when I graduated, our school, not my class, but our school had like 1,000 people, and that was only high school, and we had 2 high schools. So here's the deal, Hope. So when I go to DC, either on the way there or on the way back, we're gonna have to stop at your place. We're gonna go do something, and I'm gonna get you high as fuck. I'm gonna get you drunk as fuck. We're gonna go shooting weapons when we're sober. When we're sober, we'll shoot weapons. I gotta make that straight and clear.
I was gonna say, let's try to get that sorted out a little bit.
But I'm gonna get you drunk, high, and you're gonna fucking party your ass. I'm gonna take you to the roller skating rink. We're gonna fucking.
Oh no!
Terrible idea for me.
I know I got issues too, but you gotta go to a roller skating rink at least once in your life.
I've gone to a roller skating rink.
Okay.
I'm terrible at it. I've also gone ice skating.
What else can we do? What else was the stupid shit we did we'll have to go. You can't cruise anymore though. Back in the old days, we used to just cruise up and down the same street, just back and forth, back and forth.
Just find a biker bar and have Hope walk in first and go up to the biggest motherfucker there is and punch him right in the nuts. Party's on.
There we go.
So my first year of college was like that. I didn't say every year of college was like how I described.
Okay. The only thing is that Taiho will be with us, and Taiho doesn't let me get into trouble. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'll tell you more about that when we're off of YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, see, whenever I'm with Taiho's like the little fucking angel on my shoulder. He's like, Eddie, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, so what? But Eddie, you shouldn't be doing that.
And I was just the opposite. I was like, Eddie, you know what we should do?
Let's go to the biker bar.
Eddie, you know what we should do?
Well, because I didn't really want to go to the biker bar because Gra doesn't drink and I would have felt uncomfortable, but it was his idea. It's like, Eddie, you want to go to the biker bar? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Next thing you know,
and I know we told this story before. I know we told this story, and I hadn't been there in years. I said, Eddie, I guarantee when we walk in, there's going to be 2 guys there that I know, and I guarantee they'll be sitting at the same place they was 2 years ago, the last time I stopped by here.
Sure
there
enough.
They was.
Fuck yeah. And I was so drunk, I'm like, Gra, this fucking chick wants to go home with me. I'm going to take her home. He's like, no, you're not. He told her to kick rocks.
Been there.
Actually, Eddie came to me. He goes, Eddie, I told this girl that I had to ask you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no fucking way, man. It's not going to happen. Sorry.
No, even I remember Hope. I'm like, damn, should I go with this girl? And Hope's like, Eddie, no. Eddie, no.
That's right. I remember Hope saying no.
So mad at me, too.
I was like, I had my alcohol goggles on. To me, she was the hottest chick in the world.
That was close to a year ago. I guarantee that girl would still be here. She'd be like, I wonder is he coming back?
Where'd Eddie go? How come he hasn't come back yet? I remember later on the night, Gra's like, well, she said she wanted to go back to your truck. I was like, yeah, but I didn't want to drive anywhere. She's like, no, that meant she was going to go give you a blowjob. And I was like, now you fucking tell me. I was like, why didn't you tell me that an hour ago? That was fun though. Donnie loved it. He was getting petted by all kinds of people, and the bartender, the owner, was cool.
Oh, Mike Jones, you're down south. Where's Mike Jones at?
He's in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. MD. What is MDA?
MDA. It was like it was kind of like a mess. It was kind of like a LSD mess going with a little speed, if I remember right. Am I remembering right, Mike? It's been a long time.
MDMA.
I should have manscaped. Oh
what?
my god!
I know MDMA ecstasy, but MDA, I've heard of it. That I think that was kind of like a
that was before ecstasy
thing, 70s, maybe early 80s.
Really? I'm trying to think. There was a game I used to play. It was before Apple phones came out. It was a computer game. It's kind of like Zork almost, but it was like maybe in the 2000s. It was a game where you're selling drugs, and you sold all kinds of different drugs. And I was trying to remember. There was Special K. What's Special K? That was one of the drugs. That's ketamine?
Ketamine. Yeah.
Oh, I've been in this show lately. It's old. I'm watching reruns, I guess. It's How to Catch a Smuggler. That show's kind of interesting, watching it. Watching these people, watching them how they pick the people out. And I'm sitting there like, you know what? I bet you I could put a whole bunch of cocaine on my scooter because I never get searched. Then I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to jail.
You just have to hide it in the dildo. They never search that dildo. They're like, I'm not touching that. You got the 4 ounces of cocaine in them where the batteries go in that thing.
Right. Oh,
like, how do you?
Except if it's the Wizinator.
The Wizinator. Oh yeah, that was the big thing on Patrol last week. So they pulled over somebody and they had this thing called a Wizinator on Patrol, which is live PD last week, and I guess everybody from On Patrol that was watching the show went to the Wizinator website and it fucking broke down or something like that. Oh my god! But
don't worry, it was back up by the end of the show.
Yeah. Oh, and all those fucking they have so many bad dad jokes. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. What else? There was something I was gonna say. Don't you hate being old? You start forgetting shit. Molly is the new MD. I tried Molly once, but I got in a fight, so I think I ruined the high.
I never was into the speed. I always liked the downers, the barbiturates, reds and the yellows and quaaludes.
Well, doesn't MDMA, that's ecstasy, right? Isn't Molly ecstasy?
Molly is supposed. Okay, this is odd. Molly is supposed to be pure ecstasy. That was the first time I ever took MDMA was Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Years later, I stopped doing drugs in my very early 20s. Then years later, it's probably 2010 or something like that. I'm DJing. I used to let people do their drugs in the booth, so the security guards didn't bother. Most of the time, it was cocaine and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I was like, "Do you mind if I do Molly in here?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And so he pulls out this little tube and taps it, and these colored crystals come out. And I said, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "It's Molly." I said, "No, the fuck it ain't." I was like, "I don't know what that is, but that's not." And he was like, "It's good, man." I was like, "Well, whatever, cool." But turns out what people think is Molly, at least, 2010-ish, is basically every drug you can pretty much think of crammed together, a drug cosmopolitan. And I didn't know this until the bartender came to me later that night. He was a little bit older than me, so he knew what Molly was. And I was like, "Yeah, there's this guy who said he had Molly, but it didn't look like Molly to me." He was like, "I want some." All right. Went over and I was like, "Hey, blah, 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 blah." Take it to him. get back to work the next day, ready for the shift. And he was like, dude, I will never do whatever the hell that you gave me last night. And I was like, why? What happened? He's like, all I know is my first memory is about 6, 7 a.m. in my front yard, butt naked. He's like, that was not ecstasy. I was like, yeah, it looked weird to me, but you said you wanted it.
I don't know. I was at a party with a whole bunch of kind of famous people, you know, and this guy was like, dude, Eddie, you want this? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, dude, you're Eddie. You know, tell everybody I'm selling it for, it was like $10 a pill. He's like, but you're Eddie, so you get one for free. So he gave it to me, and I was like, well, when in Rome, because I mean, there's people over here doing coke on the table. There's other people doing other drugs over here, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing that. I was like, all right, I'll try a pill, and then somebody did something that really pissed me off, which would have happened whether I was on a drug or not, and I got in a fight, and I guess I wasted the whole. So I don't know if they said you wasted it because you got in a fight and you wasted all your whatever. I don't know.
If it had fully been kicked in, it's pretty hard to get somebody upset.
Well,
the fight. I mean, unless you're like sprinkling in other stuff with it.
No, they gave me the pill, and within 20 minutes, I got in the fight. So it didn't have time to go through my stomach yet.
Ecstasy, generally, my first time it took, I think, close to 4 hours before it kicked in.
I see.
But generally, it's like, you know, about hour and a half. Kind of like an edible.
See, I don't need that shit, though. You give me enough whiskey, I'm flirting with every single girl in the bar.
Yeah, but your whole body is like tingly.
Really?
This not promoting it because it is horrible for your brain. So you two don't get it twisted.
No, we're talking about past life shit.
Huh?
We're talking about past life shit. We're talking about what we've done in the past. We're not talking about now.
It's history.
Yeah, it's a history lesson.
Yeah, but just the feeling of it is just sometimes your eyes flutter depending on what it's cut with.
I tell you what, though, me and Don Break are gonna party in fucking Jersey like it's 1999. Watch out! So I actually know what Dawn looks like. She sent me. I've talked to Dawn for a long time, and Dawn's pretty hot. So I'm warning you, Dawn, when you're hanging out with me and I'm fucking partying and I'm drunk, be ready for my hands to be a wandering. I'm giving you the warning right now.
I noticed that Dawn said you used to throw raves. I might be going to see a couple people that I'm sure she knows of, Dead Mouse and Tiesto in May. It's going to be an expensive ticket because it's like a 2-day festival, but like Tiesto and Dead Mouse were from my day.
Really?
I'm surprised headline. It's in Charlotte. It said like the drag strip or something. I think the dirt track or somewhere in Charlotte.
Interesting. Hey, real quick, Hope, before I forget, how far were you from Chicago? We figured it out when I was going to be in Chicago.
It's like 5 hours.
It's like 5 hours. And Chicago to Minneapolis is what, like an hour? Isn't that what it is? Something like that? So what part, Eric, you know, the Briegel brothers always wanted to meet me and us. So maybe we could find a way to meet in the middle somewhere. Briegel brothers, what part of Minnesota are you in? Don't say a city name, just say what part. I think they're in the northern part, though. Fuck it, they got a farm. They should come down. I'm going to get Eric a date. Eric says he's never been on a date. Nobody will ever go on a date with him. I'm going to give Eric... Oh, wait. I'm going to get Eric to go on a date. And no, not with you, Hope. Unless you want a date with Eric. Do you mean the dirty parts? Are you talking... Manly J, are you talking to me? Me and Dawn Breaker are going to get freaky. How about that? She's hot. Why not? And no, I'm not drunk yet. Oh, you're in the southern part, so that's even better, isn't it? Isn't that even better? Southern? I don't know. I'm bad with my geography.
I guess the further away from Canada you are, the better.
Oh, no, that's bad because Chicago's right on the Canadian border.
What?
Ooh, Don says all the growing parts, pun intended. Ooh, hello.
Well, Chicago's like on the border of the lake, isn't it? Which lake is it?
Yeah.
Erie. Chicago's on Lake Erie, right? Isn't it Lake Erie?
No.
Superior.
Lake Superior. I mean, Lake Superior. That's what I meant. Lake Superior.
Geography matters, Eddie.
No, it doesn't. I can still get there. I can drive anywhere. I got a big ass truck.
I could not name you the Great Lakes.
I can. Let me tell you how drunk it's real easy to remember. So it's Homes, Homes. Can you name them now? Homes.
So Lake
What would it
Huron?
be?
I'm in the South. Shit about the Midwest.
So H is Huron. O.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ontario.
Okay, Lake Ontario. M. No.
Michigan.
Oh, Lake Michigan.
Which is where Chicago is, not here.
Yeah. Michigan. Okay. E is what?
Is Lake Erie.
Yeah, and S.
Lake Superior.
Oh, it's Homes. So I gotta remember Homes.
Lake Superior is on the top of Wisconsin. Lake Michigan is from Chicago to the UP of Michigan. Huron is
Andy
on the
made it.
opposite side.
Hey, Don, you should come into our Discord and talk with us. Or let me call you on the phone. I can call you through here.
Yeah, the Discord's open. I thought everybody knew that.
Yeah, it's open if anybody wants to jump in. Every time I hear Wisconsin, I think of what's his name from... Oh, because I make cars for car people. What's his name? What from that movie? I know that sucks. I'm saying that. You guys know who I'm talking about. I know, very descriptive. No, Tommy Boy. He bought Callahan Auto. So I make cars for the American person because American people like cars or whatever. What's his name? Didn't he have like a Wisconsin accent?
Chris Farley?
Yeah, no, the guy who bought who tried to buy it, Ray Zielinski. Stan Aykroyd.
Might be confusing a Boston, New England accent.
No, Dan Aykroyd. Hold on.
That guy in a little suit.
Dan Aykroyd. I make car.
Jesse James is living in Texas, if I remember right, Don.
Which Jesse James is she talking about, though?
The biker, I'm assuming.
Because there's also a female Jesse James.
Dead. So
no, but there's a female Jesse James Decker.
But the Callahan factory's been in my family for 70 years.
Hold on, let me find the commercial. I make cars. Oh, here, it's got to be it.
No, it's hot in here.
Would you please just look? It's him.
I got a starters, spark plugs, ball joints, gaskets, camshafts, U-joints, or rocker arms. Anything that can be screwed or glued to that car or truck of yours. Come see old Ray. Hey, you want a guarantee? I got a guarantee
accent
stamped on every box.
He's got really weird hair.
But more important is the guarantee that I make to the American worker. I want your truck to help you get the job done. I want your cruiser to get out there safely so you can.
You guys
clean
remember
up the
this
streets.
movie?
And I want your kids to be safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you, son. The name's Zielinski. I make car parts for the American working man because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.
That's what I think a Wisconsin accent is, isn't it? No?
Yeah, Canadian, basically.
Right?
Sorry if that offends you, but Wisconsin and people from Canada, sound very similar to me, unless they're French Canadian.
What does JC Ministry say? Grace and forever peace for our Holy Father and God. Continue to bless you, Eddie and Trump Jr. Man, I pray for nothing but good for you. I pray for that you prosper with good fruits in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you. I need it. I got a lot of crazy shit coming up. I do. A lot of crazy shit coming up. Gra knows. Drunk knows. I think Hope knows, too.
Mm-hmm.
Real crazy shit. Hey, Gra, did you see the picture of my roof?
He's muted.
Oh, he's muted. Fuck Gra. Uh-oh, somebody else just showed up. Andy just showed up. There's Andy in Colorado.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Andy?
I messed up your screen again or something.
No, we're just on the main screen with everybody in there, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So they're good.
Okay.
I learned a lot about Andy in Las Vegas. Well, shit, when you sleep in the same room as like 3 guys, you learn a lot about them for 3 or 4 days.
So who was the first one to get the monkeypox?
That was Drunk Uncle.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Drunk Uncle got the
Sorry. Did you hear that they're renaming that Mpox or something? Did I see that?
Did they rename it to Mpox? Really?
Yeah, because of negative connotations. I'm like, I don't understand.
Oh, I get it now. I get it. Okay. I gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
They could just call it the Apox. Right?
I don't know. Yeah.
It's Apox.
Call it butt age or something.
What? Hey, wait. Has anybody watched Family Guy in here? What does anybody remember what Quagmire named his daughter? Annalie?
No, I didn't get that until now.
No, seriously, that's what Quagmire named his daughter. And if you bang AOC, you get donkey pox. You know what? She does have a nice badonkadonk. Do they still say that word? Is that word still viable? Badonkadonk?
I mean, it's a country song.
I think so.
Oh, but see, in the 90s, you'd be like, damn, that's a badonkadonk. Oh, Mike Joyne says that's a Detroit one. Badonkadonk.
You need donkey puncher too. I bet that's still something, right?
You know what?
Like that's.
AOC is all right looking if you just get rid of her mouth. She's got a nice body.
For the life of me, I don't know where they get these names. Like Andy just brought up the donkey punch. If we're thinking of like, why would that be something that would actually happen enough to give it a name? That's ridiculous. What crazy shit are people doing?
Trace Adkins had that tune? Okay. So who cares if Mike Jones like your geography is bad? I said it was bad. Here, you know what we're going to do?
Eddie.
What?
Eddie, do you know what a donkey punch is?
A donkey punch? No, I don't. What is it?
Okay.
Wait, show it again. I was looking at my phone.
I'm gonna have to.
I missed
refer to Urban Dictionary.
Hold on. Here,
that.
You guys want to see? You guys want to hear a badass accent? Let's see if she answers. You guys want to hear a cool accent? She got a Joyzy accent.
Hey.
What's that?
Hi.
Hey, everybody! Guess what? It's Dawn Break on the phone.
Hola.
Hey, Don.
Everyone.
Hey, Don.
Can you hear everybody?
I can.
Dude, and
Do
so
you remember?
So when Dawn starts going off on shit, she'll start talking and her Jersey accent gets even worse. Oh my gosh.
My what?
Your accent, like when you start talking about something you're passionate, you get that, like, you know, you think of the, you know, don't mess with this mafia chick kind of accent. Right? Like she's from the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, but I'm not stereotyped like North Jersey Shore. I'm a little more I'm better than that.
Eric wants you to say car. Can you say car?
Yeah, I say car normal.
Oh,
yeah. That you got to go up to like Massachusetts for that, Eric.
Oh, is that where that is?
Yeah. Water is one that everybody makes us say.
Ah, I see.
Water.
People either say water or water.
I'm gonna make Dawn say a whole bunch of stuff that I can't tell you that she's gonna say later on. We'll talk about that later, Dawn.
Yeah, Eddie, you know what
I used to live in South Jersey.
Where at South Jersey?
I was in Maple Shade, so I was just outside Philly.
Oh, okay. I'm in Atlantic City.
Hemi says you're no Jersey Turnpike. Yeah, say coffee. Let's hear you say coffee.
Coffee.
Okay. I just remember Half Baked when she's like, "Yeah, I want a hot dog," or however she said it. A hot dog.
Who?
There's a movie called Half Baked when the girl's ordering a hot dog. She's like, "I need give me one hot dog," or however she said it.
A hot dog?
Yeah, like that. What's a Jersey Turnpike?
Dude, probably it's something from that show Jersey Shore. Did you know they filmed a new one right next door to my house this summer?
No, they did. Are you in it at all?
Yeah. Well, what happened was we were all excited because we were like, okay, cool, we're going to be able to go and mess with them on the boardwalk because you have to walk past our apartment building in order to get to any of the casinos. So you knew they would be filming going right past my apartment building.
Oh, wow.
So we were so excited, but for some reason, and we can't find out how come, they canceled it. If you go under TMZ, they'll show a picture of the house. You can see my building.
Yeah.
But they say that they canceled it. I'm hoping, because they just painted the side of the building, I'm hoping that they canceled filming, but will resume filming because they never announced like what's going on with the show yet.
I heard they canceled it because the original Jersey Shore said they were going to sue if they filmed it because they were just biting their. They wanted like to get paid for the new show.
Okay, so hopefully they're buying time to figure out how to remarket it and still going to do it because they have all the cameras in the houses. They installed it. They installed it all. And then they took it off the Airbnb. So you can't like rent the house.
Really?
So hopefully they're just going to refilm it. And if they are, I cannot wait. You are going to die when you see these people on the boardwalk and people from Jersey Shore.
Oh, I can't. Hopefully, you got to tell me because then I'll come up. I'll be like, are you the new Snooki?
And they've been trying to clear homeless off the boardwalk, like aggressively. And the water park's going to open this summer. So everybody's like, you know, we already get free like concerts on the beach with big headliners and stuff like that. So it's going to be crazy. I would love to just plan an itinerary because you have no idea the discounts that I can get hotel rooms in the casino for $20, like just for throwing my friends. Arcades, like hours in the arcades for like real cheap, just on the cards, loaded. You know what I mean? So if I could plan a whole itinerary, because I do it for parties for people, like if they want to do an anniversary or a party, I plan an itinerary for vacation with estimates. And then everybody could decide if they wanted to like pay off and do it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Maybe. You know, Diggleworth's been wanting to do something on the East Coast.
The summers here, I mean, I wouldn't do it. Like you said something about when you went in in January to DC,
cold.
But yeah, it's not as fun. Like it's insane. And the famous people that like are performing and the shows you could do, or you could just do like small town. Like you could tailor the vacation however, or just beach day trips. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's so many. Think of all the activities.
Dude, Sneaky Pete says he's down. Sneaky Pete's down. Sneaky Pete is down. Could you hook me? Can you introduce me to a real life mobster?
Actually,
I won't film them.
If you ever looked at the photos out my window, the lobster boats go right past. So like you could look out the window when your lunch came in. And
no, I didn't say lobster. South. I said mobster. Mob.
Oh, mobster?
Yeah.
We don't discuss those words.
Okay.
But no, I'm just kidding.
I got you. No, I mean, I just want to meet. I want to meet like a real life. Like I won't film or nothing. I just want to meet like a real life.
I mean, I'm not going to set up anything. All you have to do is go to the high roller tables.
Yeah, I sat at a blackjack table in Atlantic City once, and then there are these investors that sat with me, and they were like right out of The Sopranos.
Really?
I sat with mobsters from Pakistan. Actually, I know a guy who owns like 14 gas stations in Philly, and he's like Pakistani mafia. Like the people, the culture is amazing here, and they're like so welcoming.
Nice. I still remember the first time I talked to Dawn. She's like, Eddie, you can come stay at my house whenever you want. And then one day she got mad at me. She's like, I invited you to my house, motherfucker. Now you want to come?
Yeah, like, you wanted to come after I sold the house. I was trying to get you to come out I'm telling you, it would make for like a good time, good memories, and good like streaming.
You gotta understand, I get all kinds of girls that want me to come to their house. I'm not just gonna go to some girl I just met like 2 seconds ago to their house.
Well, I mean, that's what an Airbnb is.
Yeah, but you gotta realize, fucking, there's people that want me to come to their house just to, to get on camera or just be, I gotta,
Yeah, I'm all about life's a party. I just want to enjoy it.
Well, we're gonna party, believe you me. You and your freaking red. Do you still have your red hair?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's burgundy now.
It's burgundy now. Okay. All right. We're gonna party. You can be my Lucille Ball or my Jessica Rabbit. Actually, is better.
You could tailor the trip any way you want. It's so much fun.
Wait! You guys just heard it. She said I can tailor the trip. What if I just say we're just gonna? Never mind.
I'm talking about the beach. Oh, there are strip clubs here, and
even better.
I do know girls. I mean, do you like black girls, white girls? No, I'm just kidding. there are tailored experiences in Atlantic City. Don't get that twisted.
Sneaky Pete is definitely coming now. Drunk Uncle won't come because he won't go on a flight or a drive longer than half an hour, so he ain't coming, I don't think.
But there's also really fun stuff for Hope, like the 4-H fair, and no, I'm dead serious. Cranberry Festival.
Hope isn't like that.
Itineraries. The beach, the Cranberry Festival.
Is there an ice cream festival?
Ice cream festival. What's
no,
up, Lee?
But my uncle owns an ice cream store.
It's cold in Missouri. Yeah, it's fucking cold here right now. It's like 29 degrees outside. Freaking Hemi says he's in
here.
How cold is it over there, Andy, in Colorado?
It's 15 about now, I think, and then I think tomorrow night it's supposed to get down to about 7 or 6 degrees, something like that.
Wow. How cold is it in Missouri?
So Lee?
Dude, I don't know. My house, I'm cold already. But Donnie remember how Donnie opens up the bathroom door when we were at the hotel? He does that with the front door now. Whenever he wants to go outside, he just hits the fucking door open. But he doesn't know how to shut it.
Eddie, you know what I was thinking about? I keep getting ready to say this. Do you remember, because before you called me, you were talking about protesters and like the left behavior. Do you remember when they were protesting at the church when they wanted to be able to stop an American from selling their business because they wanted to keep it as an on-brand gay club or whatever? Do you remember when you ran them over?
Yeah, I ran the guy over. Yeah.
You have that on video.
He's not Antifa. That guy is a brown beret.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter. They're all one and the same. They just went under this different Facebook group.
Yeah. Damn.
It's that Dallas guy, right?
They all go under like these different groups, and then they block like outside minds, so they're in the echo chamber of their own minds, and then they just become buddies that want to go on a rampage. Like,
no, that wasn't ridiculous. Dallas is white. Dallas is the president of the Fresno Antifa. He's a white dude. This guy was the president of the oh my gosh, what did I call it? Hey, what did I just say? It was called the Brown Berets. The Brown Berets.
Yeah,
He's the president of the Brown
I remember
Berets.
That. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lisa is 33 and windy in Missouri.
And then they hug that FBI fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Am I not allowed to curse?
You can cuss. Fuck it. We don't care here.
I'm fucking cussing.
Yeah. We cuss all the time. I mean, shit. The only thing you can't be on my show is racist. This is a freedom of speech show. If you're Antifa, you want to come in here and talk shit, go ahead. But we're going to talk shit right back.
Cursing's my exclamation point.
Oh, I know. You and I talk quite a lot on the phone. I know how bad you cuss. Believe me. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God. Make me sound so trashy.
Shoot. So I was in Missouri one time. I drove through there. And I was told to drive as fast as I can because I was driving through St. Louis because I drove from Chicago down to Dallas, Texas. My friend's like, drive as fast as you can through St. Louis.
Well, through East St. Louis in particular, like you cross the Mississippi River, you don't really want to get off the interstate there for a little while.
Well, I actually did because I needed gas, so I went to a place called Come and Go.
Oh, I know Come and Go.
Yeah. January 6th was FBI and Antifa was there. Yeah, they were both there. Why does
we have them on video there? We have them actually. I remember. I don't remember who. I think it was Jeff Mack was streaming because I had it on different like little like cubes on my TV, and one of the streams showed you could clearly see that it wasn't like they were in darker clothes. Like you could just tell the difference. You could tell they were Antifa, but they were trying to like have one piece of clothing or something that made, they're dumb.
Yeah.
But they were throwing a bunch of things, and I have photos. I'll email them to you. I took like stills of it, but they were throwing a bunch of shit like in a pile, almost as if they were going to try to like set it on fire. And then the Philadelphia police were up on the steps, and that's when they sprayed that pepper spray, and it distracted everything. Everybody like started running. It caused all this chaos, and they never fucking finished it. But I have the photos, and it's probably, I never checked to like look for it, but I'm sure if they didn't take it down, it's still up. I doubt Jeff took it down purposely.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of like stills from it, and like. From even the girl, because we were watching it be live streamed when the girl got shot. There was a camera being live streamed, and you could see like her back to it, like standing at the window. I have stills from that.
Oh,
That's why I don't understand why people are acting like this stuff isn't around. It doesn't make sense. Like all of a sudden the FBI like swiped it all out. Like no, it's all over the place. People were doing shit live.
Yeah. I'm trying to download your pic.
it's a John Sullivan video, right? That was John Sullivan that shot that, I think.
Which one? The one inside?
The one where Ashley Babbitt was shot, yeah.
Oh, yeah, John Sullivan shot that.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember who was, like, going where. Thank God everybody was doing the restreaming at that time, because it made it so that anytime something was taken down, somebody else had it up. There was constant communication. Like, there was a lot that got out that they're going to act like people don't know to try to make us think that they don't know. But everybody was, some type of access somewhere where they have communication. And you'd be surprised. I live, like, in the hood, and you'd be surprised how many people are, like, waking up. It made me feel better this year.
Well, that's good. Why can't I bring this up now? I got the picture up here. Oh, I know what I can do. I think... you text me that other picture.
And you know something else that's kind of like cool, me being from Atlantic City and the history that Trump has here. And that they... For a while, when he was in office and everything was being really heavily manipulated with the propaganda, for a while, it was like hate. Like, they blamed him for the casinos failing, for Atlantic City being like...
I'm showing everybody your picture with your devil ear horns.
My horns?
Yeah, remember you sent me that picture a long time ago with the devil horns?
I don't know. I can't watch it. I don't.
You're in a red. You got the red fire. It's like a costume.
Yeah, I know it with the black wig.
Everybody wants to know so people can know who's talking on the phone.
Oh.
There you guys go. Now you guys know what Dawn looks like. She changes her number like every 3 months, so I got other pictures of her, but I just don't know where the fuck they are because she keeps changing her fucking phone number. You heard a girl say Antifa when windows were broke and our pictures pulled them down. I don't know about that, Lee. That's you know what? Let's not talk about that right there, because that person shouldn't. Let's just not. Some stuff we don't want to talk about. January 6th. We don't want to mention names.
You said,
Well, I mean...
No, I agree 100%. I just thought your, like, reaction to it was funny.
Well, because I saw a name, and I'm, like, trying to figure out how I can say it. Like,
Yeah. You can delete that name?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't care. I don't like that person. But I'm still... No. I don't want people getting in trouble. You know what I mean?
Right. Or other names coming up because everybody gets comfortable talking about it.
Yeah, and I mean,
You don't want to dox him, right?
Mm-mm.
So.
Not at all. Not at all. Anyways, it's all good. You're good, bud. No worries. You're all good. So anyways, holy shit, it's 9 o'clock. I gotta freaking get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to an MRI. So I think we're gonna.
Well, I have to get an MRI soon too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get matching MRIs.
Yeah, we're a bunch of fun. We're a fun crowd.
Right? You get an MRI of your certain spot, and I'll get an MRI of my certain spot, and then we can trade them.
Yeah, we'll frame them.
Well, they're checking my head tomorrow, so it's going to be a whole bunch of nothing up
Where
here.
are they taking it? Ha!
I'll let you know about that one. Anyways, it's all good. No worries, Holt. You know what? It happens. Hey, people will get mad at me. It's like, Eddie, you said my name on camera. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes, bro, it's hard. If you call somebody Steve every day and you're filming and they walk up and they're like, hey, Eddie, what are you going to say? You're going to say, hey, Steve, right? You can't always watch what you're saying. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't get why some people got mad at me for that. And I'm like, you got to understand, if I know you as Steve every day and you say, hi, Eddie, it's just in your head already to say, hey, Steve.
Or when they walk up and they're like, hey, Eddie, and they're like talking to you, looking at the camera and talking to the camera, and then they're like, hey, you filmed me.
Yeah. Or I'll tell him, hey, you're on camera, bro. And he's like, I don't care. I don't care. I want to be on camera. It's like,
they only care if something comes out of it they want to care about.
yeah, and then it's all my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, drunk. There's a video where a guy says, I'm like, do you want to be on camera? He's like, yeah, I want to be on camera. And he starts saying his name, his Telegram page, right?
Yeah, he was like promoting himself.
And then they show up in Vegas and they're mad at me for doxing him. I'm like, dude, you're the one that put your fucking Telegram page on the fucking...
Yeah.
People just can't take responsibility for their own actions anymore.
Well, it's a scary time, too.
I heard, and I don't know if this is true.
Yeah. Go ahead, Andy. You said you don't know if it's true. What?
I would say I heard this is actually something Drunk might know. It wasn't there at the end of Star Wars Episode 4. So that's the original
Drunk
Star
wouldn't
Wars.
know. He doesn't watch movies.
But not even Star Wars. It's like you've got like all the Mandela effect. But I thought I remembered that at one point Luke yells Carrie at Princess Leia.
Come here, Brownie. He wants to see your beard.
So like he's, so in other words, like you're talking about, like you always know somebody has a certain name, and so Luke calling Leia Carrie because she's Carrie Fisher.
She does kind of have a beard.
You knew something about that, or
I never got into Star Wars. I just got into the Mandela effect, and the only thing that I thought I knew about Star Wars is, of course, is Luke, I am your father. So, yeah.
Donald J. Trump is getting mad.
Sci-fi.
Come here, Donnie.
I think the closest that I got into, or not got into, but someone enjoyed watching that I guess being considered sci-fi was Avatar. I don't even know if that would be considered sci-fi.
That's sci-fi.
I just looked it up, and it's a wives' tale that he yelled at when he was coming down the ladder of his X-wing in the air, but he didn't do it.
I know, it's dinner time. Hold on, guys.
Well, thanks, Hope.
You're welcome.
It's another Mandela.
Learning my cool stories. So it's a Mandela effect of a certain.
Those dogs are like clockwork. At night, 11 o'clock my time, every night they're like,
it's
dude,
dinner time.
It's dinner time. They, for some reason, they know when it's 9 o'clock. It's weird.
They do. See, she does.
It's nice.
And Brownie's like, dude, fucking feed me, Dad. She's like, Dad, I bit the FBI for you. You need to feed me. I still got to make that shirt. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I'm trying to put maybe FBI is afraid of Donnie, or I don't know how I should do that shirt.
You can make doggy sweaters, doggy shirts.
Make doggy shirts?
That say
FBI killer. No, that would be bad.
I bit the
Eddie,
FBI.
before you go,
right.
I bit
can
the FBI
can you play that video that I sent you without showing it and listen to it?
Which video? The song?
Yeah, the song. The NC song.
How about we do it tomorrow?
Okay.
Can we do it tomorrow?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure, anytime. Just check it. You don't even have to.
You hear the little bitch. She won't shut up. She's like, Dad, I'm fucking hungry.
I know. Well, you can listen to it after you end the show. I just wanted you because I'm not kidding. It's the funniest thing I've seen in years.
Okay, Brownie.
Mandy J said to me.
Okay, yeah, we'll listen to it. I'll listen to it. These guys are bugging me, and we still talk a few minutes after the show, so.
Right on.
And then I'm sure I'm gonna have to talk to Don now for a little bit too, so.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, but thank you guys for being here. It's been a fun Tuesday night. We had fun, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Guys. Thanks for having me, guys.
Right.
Right on. And don't hang up yet, Don. All right, guys.
Right.
Have a good
night,
night,
everybody.
Gra, you're not gonna say goodbye to everybody? He's gone. Andy, you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody. I'm eating cereal. That's why. Goodbye, everybody. Everybody have a good night, man.
All right, good night, everybody. Andy, you got it last. Shut up, Brownie.
Oh.